Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with River Brown, Andrew Velez, and Mr. Joe Dells. And this is now episode 542. NFL wildcard predictions, NFL award predictions. We have to mix in some NBA and talk about Jaylen Brown and what the Boston Celtics are doing and maybe having some uncomfortable conversations. And Trae Young, he's working with his agent, trying to find a trade out of Atlanta. Washington has emerged as a possible suitor.
Sure. It's like the
we'll
most
talk
random
about
one
that
ever.
And more, possibly. You never know where the podcast is going to go. But fellas, great weekend of football, the end of the football season. The Pick'em leader.
Good W.
After week 18.
I'm going to be honest, you put on a master class this week.
You know what? Up 9 on Dells.
I respect you because you went out and you were like, you know what? I'm not going to switch up. I'm going to stand firm where I was at. And you finally was a man about it. And I respect how you got to
never folded, man.
I told you should have been playing like that from the get.
He would have lost.
You were amazing this week. One of those that you take your hater cap off. And sometimes you got to go around with
You know what's the thing is that all year long, I might have not had dominant weeks, but I've been consistently
100%,
great.
100%.
I've been consistently getting 11
MVP.
wins, maybe 12. You know, my worst week, maybe 9. You know, we all had, I think, one very bad week where it was just the most unpredictable week of the year. But yeah, playoffs are approaching. You know, Riv still has a chance to catch up. I'm up 5, I believe.
We're probably going to have
Riv.
the same playoff picks. It's like
it depends.
Be 1 or 2.
It depends.
Maybe.
But yeah, depending on what happens in the playoffs, you know, there's still a chance. But you know, it feels good that we're going to have a new champion.
MVP. MIP though.
MIP is right.
MIP is fuck.
Most improved player.
Surprised that we still all fired up. Like we all had an amazing record. Like amazing flawless record.
I don't know, man.
You had 158 wins, dude. Like
you're right, but at the same time,
you were low. You were low. I mean, I beat him.
You guys smoked me. Next year, we gotta do spreads. Gotta do spreads.
This was the record. This was me 176 and 96. Riv 171 and 101. Dells 167 and 105. And Drew 158 and 114.
These last 2 weeks, I deadass was on some
like,
bullshit.
Yeah.
I was on some bullshit. I also forgot some
Listen,
picks.
my wish list had win the chip, not be in last place, beat Dells.
You've accomplished all 2 or 3.
Cross that out. I got to get to that number 1.
Need it.
And I've improved every year. So why can't next year be my year?
It could be.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't next year?
This is going to be a great NFL playoffs.
You fell off. Literally.
First to third.
First to third is a literal fall off.
You did fall off. You came in overconfident. You came in this season a little cocky.
You did come in too. You didn't respect the grind anymore. Yeah, you didn't respect the grind anymore.
It's kind of like the Chiefs going up against the Eagles last year. Like,
I just came and thought I was going to have it.
Belt.
Yeah, I got belt.
You know, 3-peat has never happened in Pick-A-Side-Pick'em history, so.
It's only been 3 years.
You were going to be the first one.
No one's gone back. I'm the only one going back to back. Let's see if you can do it.
Can Joel go back to back?
Can I defend my championship with
I'm going to have
honor?
to move silent but deadly next season.
That's a fact.
Humble beast from here on out.
You just got to have awesome weeks, man. Like,
I don't know. It was so early on.
I was in third, like week 12, week 13. You know what I'm saying? So
I couldn't recover.
Up 1 spot. Said you were in 3rd. Now you're in 2nd.
Oh my God.
I was closer. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Yeah, I was
closer.
closer.
You leaped me. You're comfortable with me. You got, what, 4 games on me?
I think so, yeah.
It
took me a couple weeks to get away from you.
Yeah,
you were on my butt. Like,
for sure. That's
where
I like to be, man.
Yeah.
Right where I could see you, right where I could grab you, where I could hold you.
I'm a little guy. So
shout out to the Pick'em Championship. Shout out to Trophy Smack.
Shout out to Trophy
giving
Smack.
us this belt. They blessed us with this belt, and we have yet to make a video for them that we said we were going to make.
The Trophy Smack is
so,
coming.
you know, we can still make that video. You know, we could get them money for the belt.
Well, we need
it don't matter either way.
They haven't said a 26 belt, right?
This is the 25.
It says 25.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
2025.
This is for this year.
Yes. It is. But we got some good news to share. You know, we got approved for Media Row. We're going to be at the Super Bowl.
We will be.
We told you guys about that a couple weeks ago that we were waiting for the application process to go through and get credentialed.
And it was a bold announcement by Joel.
I was going to say Joel manifested that into existence.
Because I'm not going to lie, when you said that, at first I was like, oh shit, we're putting that out there because This is the first time we were doing it, and I couldn't say with confidence that we were going to get approved, but we got the notice today. We're looking at flights. B&B is going to be good.
Yep. Shout out to our manager, Zach. He made
Shout
this happen.
out.
Man. Shout out to Zach.
And he also made this Poly Market deal happen for us as well. So shout out to Poly Market.
Let's get
where
Poly, man.
You can predict in all 50 states. And it's not just about sports. You can predict politics, tech, culture.
Will Dells
anything
take a
you
shower?
want.
Will Dirk get free?
Yo, Sue Surf next month.
Yeah. We'll
I
talk
thought he
about
was
that
on a
later.
Rico.
Listen, we'll
Yeah,
talk about that later. We'll
I
talk about
don't
that
know how
later.
he
We'll talk
got
about
out,
that
but I
later.
saw
But let's
it
just
say
say
less.
cheese eating, a lot of cheese eating
Oh,
going on.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
No,
good.
I'm just playing. I don't know. Don't get me.
Yo, please. He's
Okay.
not too far from here. You know what I mean? Like, he
You know what
does
he
not
said?
live too far.
He said, I forgot where he posted, but he was like, whoever said I'm a rat, I'm going to come show you how I really am. He's coming to get everybody. So, Surf. No,
And
I mean,
if
you're
you
good,
go
bro.
on Poly Market,
Big bro, you're good.
right now they have early access if you have a code. You know, if you download the app, you are waitlisted, but we have a code so you can skip the line. You can start using the app immediately. That is code Pick a Side. It's easy. It's
Typed out,
simple.
lowercase, pick a side.
Yeah, they
pick.
gave us over 1,000 of these codes that you guys can use, and you guys can put it in, and then you guys can start using the app, and that's where we're going to predict these NFL playoffs. NFL
Huge.
Wild Card Weekend is among us.
Honestly, these next 2 weeks are my two favorite weeks of football. Wild Card Weekend, divisional round, my two favorite weeks. You got game Saturday, game Sunday. We're going live after the
never
games.
get that far.
The Jets never do, but I usually have some agenda that's pushing it. You know what I mean? But the Jets, no, probably never will. But
Who was it last year?
The Ravens.
Right.
You remember him getting red in the face, screaming at Carson?
Oh yeah, because he tried to say Josh Allen was good.
Dells, you're not this dumb.
That was Logan.
That was Logan. Yeah, I was
was like-
yelling at Carson at the time.
Maybe both. Don't
Yeah.
they live in San Fran?
Carson
Carson lives in San Fran.
Is
I
that what-
believe
is he
he lives
Logan
in
lives in
Arizona.
Vermont.
Virginia.
Virginia.
We should tell
link
him. Yeah,
we
we should tell him, like, yo, pull up.
I know it's one of those. It's one of those. Vermont or Virginia. But yeah, no, it's going to be exciting. You know, a lot of teams this year made the playoffs that we probably didn't expect. We got 6 new division winners: the Carolina Panthers, the Seattle Seahawks, the Chicago Bears. In the AFC, the Jacksonville Jaguars and New England Patriots. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Aaron Rodgers, showcasing his Hall of Fame ability and talent by beating the Ravens in Week 18 and throwing for almost 300 yards and playing really well and having an amazing fourth quarter. I mean, what can you say about Aaron Rodgers at this point? You know,
Hall
he
of
just
Famer,
continues to flex his legacy on doubters and on a certain franchise that took him for granted, and now he's out there showing what
Only
he's
one
really made
repeat,
of.
man. Only
Fact.
one repeat.
Well done.
You know,
Well done.
it was hard.
Was
Philly.
it? That division.
The division was kind of sweet.
I forgot also
If
the
it was,
Denver
you would've
Broncos. And
What? Ooh.
also, I needed
Well,
to
Baltimore would repeat.
make this announcement
Lamar got hurt.
on the show.
He could have came.
you
back
know,
and still repeated, you know what I'm saying?
Because I've been very nice. I like this here. I can see my reflection with the belt. I've been very nice to Broncos Nation and Broncos Country for a while now. And I actually went out of my way to support Bo Nix personally. Like, seriously. He dropped a tweet and I went to that link. He said, you know, if you buy from this source, you're actually supporting a foundation that is near and dear to his heart.
Very kind of you.
I don't know exactly what it is. I didn't look too deep into it, but I said, supporting Bo Nix, let me do it. I do it all the time. So I got these 2 things for Andrew Velez.
Oh, I'm
You know, I
excited.
knew that his birthday it happened in December. It wasn't able to come in time.
That's all right.
But
like
I got these.
Oh,
I got
shit.
gear. I got gear, man. I
Tough.
got gear. This is the first piece of gear. This is a bow leave sweater.
Oh,
Yeah,
yo.
Yeah, this is a bow leave sweater. And then I got this shirt, which is an Overdogs t-shirt. This was a
Overdogs.
mantra of the
Oh
Denver
my
Broncos
God.
this
Yes,
year.
there you
I'm
go.
gonna
Here you
be
go.
honest.
There you
I'm
go.
gushing right
There you
now.
go.
Oh my God.
You know, they're not underdogs. Bo Nix said they're overdogs.
I'll tell you what. When he said in the moment,
I didn't hit.
We could have done a little bit better than this, but the fan base loves it. So you know what? What the
Overdogs.
fan base likes, I like.
And that's from
Ooh,
Bo
this
Nix's
is tough.
official shop.
Let me see.
Damn, yo. Thank you.
Overdogs.
That is tough.
Is that supposed to be like? Is that just another word for favorites? Was
Yes, yes.
it? Okay.
I like it. It's cool.
That's tough.
Because
Yeah.
we're not underdogs, we're overdogs.
And that's when we beat them.
The Packers.
And that's when we were underdogs at home, which was insane. But he did hit him with overdogs. You could tell it was mad off the cuff on the moment, which I respected. I could have liked it a little bit more. Thank you.
No problem.
That's tough.
Fucking
That's
awesome,
tough.
bro.
Shout out to the Denver Broncos getting
Gonna
that
get naked
first
on the
seed
podcast.
bye. It's amazing. Amazing football all year long. Another respect.
Honestly, you
Nothing
could.
but
I'm gonna be
respect.
honest. You could disrespect him now.
This is all it takes.
All it takes.
You buy one hoodie
Buy his
and a
happiness.
T-shirt for Drew. You're good.
Yeah,
I'm
buy-
gonna be honest.
good.
Though,
He's such a whore. It's so easy.
this hoodie is so awesome, though. The bow leave
is
is
hard.
so
It is.
lit.
Gotta believe, man. Big year. Big
Either
playoffs.
believe or don't
You
be.
can turn your back on us, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
Taking
I mean,
the
not till
bye
next
against
week.
them.
Not till next week.
Take your opportunity and run. Listen, we don't got to worry about a playoff game this week.
Yes, sir.
No, they
Free
got
week.
the week off.
Free week.
Yeah, they do.
Needed that.
Week off.
It didn't look the best I've ever seen, but
Free week.
The
man.
Seattle
game,
Seahawks.
done.
and
First
the
of all,
Denver
congratulations for every team that made the playoffs.
100%.
Congratulations.
100%.
Not everyone can do that. Not every team can do that. More than half the league can't.
Broncos. You know, this was a year that
A lot of your teams that happened.
Joe Burrow,
You didn't
Lamar
have to do that.
Jackson,
I know.
Patrick
Fuck 'em.
Mahomes not in the playoffs. It's
Thank
disappointing.
God. I'm sick of this shit.
But it also means that, well, especially with Patrick Mahomes not being in the playoffs, it also means that it opens the door for somebody else.
Yes.
Because he's been dominating. I mean, who else is going to win
Yeah,
if he's
Bo
taking
Nix.
all?
Not Justin Herbert,
he ain't dominating the Super Bowl.
right? Not Herbert, the guy who's supposed to be the next face. He's no way he didn't win the division, right?
Well,
Like,
he's hey, listen, biggest game of his life.
They got a good chance this year too.
Oh, you
They got a
would
good
say
chance
that.
not this year, this week. I should say. I don't think they're gonna do shit in the playoffs, but this week
They
got a
did
good
take the
chance.
week off last week to get healthy, so that's
Yeah,
good.
they did.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. A lot of new faces. I'm excited.
Are we going live Saturday, Sunday? What are we doing?
We should.
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I feel like we've been doing it.
You know, Drew has
in
his
the
new
past.
apartment with
I rough in the
gigabit
morning,
internet.
so I'll be free
I
later
do
in
have
the day.
elite internet now. They cannot say shit to me no more.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Yeah. No,
I feel like it's tradition at this point. I mean, both slates are good.
I
The
do want-
Saturday, the early slate Saturday, that's the Rams Panthers, Rams Panthers.
Well,
Like,
it's
we don't
Saturday,
talk about
Sunday, and Monday too.
Monday,
Monday
too.
is
Monday's
what the
Texans Steelers.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably the weakest game of the slate.
We'll be here anyway, so
will be.
Yeah,
I can't say it enough how grateful I am for this, Joel.
yeah,
Genuinely.
yeah.
Comfy.
No
So
problem.
happy.
Matches the sweats you're wearing too.
Give me goosebumps. I'm thrilled.
Believe overdogs.
so happy.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, man.
This good. You know what? Here's the one thing I'm happy about. I wanted Bo Nix gear. I've wanted it badly, but
You didn't want to purchase it.
I don't want to be a curse. I don't want to be a
felt that.
curse. I don't want to jinx
So
the
if it's a
goat.
gift, it's different.
It's
It's
Yeah.
a gift, but you didn't get me the jersey. You got me his own personal gear, which
That's love.
I think it's a nice.
From his shop, donated to a great cause.
Oh, this is awesome. This is great quality hoodies too.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the pick a side merch that we're gonna drop.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a win-win on all sides. You know, I think it's a win. You know, I've got to give my friend some Bo Nix gear. I got to support Bo Nix, who I always love talking great about him. And I also got to, you know,
Get it out in case we blow it.
got a great moment for the podcast.
It was a great
just
moment because
all
genuinely
three.
you could see it in my face if you watch it back. I'm giddy.
But yeah, speaking about the merch though, so we are going to the Super Bowl, and if we have to pay out of pocket for it, you know, we probably, you know, we will. But we have some merch dropping, and the more merch you guys buy, the more we will be able to fund this
we
trip
can eat at the Super Bowl
that,
if you buy
that
our
we're going
merch.
to. So we're gonna drop some merch. I'm probably gonna have John edit this, and he's gonna put the merch on the screen. But I'm thinking of it's gonna be two hoodies. It's gonna be a navy hoodie with some cream lettering, and the other one is going to be a cream hoodie, kind of bone color with some brownish lettering, and that's gonna be the two hoodies that we drop. They're both different style of hoodies. The cream one is much more softer material, and the navy one is much more like rougher. Like think of like Carhartt type of hoodie material. So those are the two variations that we're gonna get, and we're probably gonna put in a pre-order to get everybody's sizes right. So it might take some time getting shipped out to you, but it's just because we're making sure that we're not purchasing more than we need, because last time we did a merch drop, we got a lot of bigger sizes and we had a lot of smaller sizes, and it was hard to sell those. So we'll do a pre-order, so it'll get to you later, but we'll make sure that we hit everybody right. So that's what's going to happen. You know, if you guys support us with the merch, you know, it would be much easier to help fund this trip. So we really appreciate it. But I'm excited to talk about these NFL playoffs. I mean, we could get started. And I feel like the AFC is what I want to get started with, because the AFC feels like the most open of the two conferences in terms of these wild card matchups. The NFC has one real matchup that I feel like everybody's looking forward to. And the first game we'll start off with in the AFC is the Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And on Polymarket, the people, because Polymarket is a market where the people dictate the odds and the percentage changes. You're not predicting against the house. The people have predicted the Bills at 53%.
Wow.
The Jaguars are at 47%. So the people are feeling like the Bills are the favorites in this matchup.
That just made me run to Polymarket, bro. I'm not even joking.
I'm honestly surprised. This is the game throughout the whole weekend I'm most excited for. This is my most anticipated matchup because you have
hate watching, brother.
Huh?
Just say you're hate watching.
It's not even hate watching. Well, that's part of it.
Good cook.
Just say you're hate
Good
watching.
cook.
You didn't have to
It's-
lie. Just come on.
no, it's-
He's
I
going to
think
be
this is
rooting
going
for
to be-
Jacksonville like he was
Sure.
born
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
raised.
First of all,
Playoff time. Let's just be
I
honest
had
with each
Jackson
other.
win the division. I
Let's
had
just
them
be
in a
honest.
situation.
Let's be honest with each other.
I
bro.
had them hosting a home playoff game.
You told me earlier
doubted.
you're
You took
praying.
Houston.
You told me you're praying on Josh to play like
What's
shit
that got to
earlier.
do with me being
You know what I'm
excited
saying?
for a matchup?
I'm just saying, be honest.
I think this is one of the most evenly matched up games of the weekend.
I don't think you believe that.
I look at some other matchups. I'm not really excited about Rams Panthers. I'm not really excited about Eagles 49ers. I'm not really excited about Texans Steelers.
You're
I'm
excited about Chargers and
this.
Patriots.
Can I ask you a question? Is this an even matchup?
I think
The Jaguars are better than Bills.
the Jaguars are better than the Bills.
This isn't even.
But the public is saying that Buffalo is the better team.
And respect to the public.
and they have Josh Allen.
They're wrong. The Buffalo Bills have not been the better team, not even one moment this season.
Oh no, ooh, one moment is strong.
What, week 1? When they went up against the Baltimore team, which now we know in
Jacksonville
hindsight
just
wasn't
got it
that
going.
good. They
No,
got
they
it.
were-
No.
They
had
were the
been
same
a
level in
winning
the beginning.
team. They had got it to a dominant point post Jacoby Myers.
But Buffalo was a winning team early.
They played no one.
Jacksonville hasn't played no one in a while. Well, outside of Denver. Before that, they didn't play anybody.
They put belt to us. They beat the Chiefs at.
Buffalo beat the Chiefs.
They put belt to
True.
the Chargers too.
You know,
They did put belt to the
that's
Chargers.
fair.
They've put belt to almost everybody not named Houston.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
had a
that's
brutal,
God bless
brutal
you.
choke job to Houston.
Now, I will say this, and I've been vocal about this. I do think Buffalo's pass defense, as the weeks have gone on, has solidified itself. It's really a great unit. The issue is still the rush offense, the rush defense. Now, Josh. He's amazing. He's the best quarterback in the world. However, this team that the Jaguars have on the defensive side of the ball, they've been one of the best run-stop units in the league. And if you limit James Cook, you've seen what happens to this Bills offense. It becomes very stale, very stagnant. Especially like the matchup versus the Eagles. You took James Cook out of the matchup, and the Eagles were able to control a good portion of that game on the defensive side of the ball. They couldn't really score that well. Give credit to Buffalo and what they were able to accomplish. Was a rainy game, but nevertheless, you thought that James would have a little bit more impact on the game, and he wasn't able to do so. Similarly with the Jaguars, one of the best rush defense in the league. If they can limit James Cook, which I think they will do, this becomes a game where the Jaguars can really take control. This offense has been playing incredibly. Parker Washington being heavily involved in this offense now because a lot of attention is being put on to Jacoby Myers. BTJ obviously now has a different role in this, but you can't sleep on Brenton Strange either. Bishop Tubin now is back on the lineup too. Travis Etienne had a great bounce back season. Offensive line playing well. Liam Cohen being potential head coach of the year. Jaguars are just on a hot streak like very few teams in the league. And I said it a few weeks ago, I'm done hating on Jacksonville. They have shut me up more than any other team. And there's a certain team that really, really does not like me right now. But the Jaguars are a team that I genuinely fear. This team is as complete as it gets. And with their quarterback playing as well as he is, this Jaguar team can really make some noise in this playoffs. And I think it starts this weekend.
Here's something that bothered me as we approach these playoffs. With Mahomes not being in the playoffs, with Lamar Jackson not being in the playoffs, what has bothered me is this narrative that if Josh Allen doesn't win in the playoffs, then this is the biggest failure of his career. I think this is the weakest Buffalo Bills team that he has had since 2021. This is not a quarterback only sport. There are 11 people on the field on both sides. We can be honest about what the Buffalo Bills are. They are a defense that's underwhelming. They're 27th in pass rush win rate. They're 21st in run stop win rate. Their run defense, they're 31st in rush EPA. They're 25th in success rate. They're 28th in rushing yards allowed per game. Their defense against the run is genuinely awful. I understand Josh Allen has some things. The offensive line's great. The running back, James Cook, leading rusher in the NFL.
Elite.
He's elite. He's an all-pro player. The receivers are not good. So
Kincaid is playing.
Yeah, Kincaid.
Massive,
That's a big boost for them. We can't just act like Josh Allen has the most complete roster, because the only reason why anybody is giving the Bills a chance is because they have Josh Allen.
Simple.
It's not because this roster is great. It's not because we see all the talent and it's overwhelming us. No, it's because it's Josh Allen. And people are putting an expectation on him that, listen, it's fair. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the world, and that's what comes with it. But we have to acknowledge the clear flaws with the Buffalo Bills. And that's why I think the Jaguars win this matchup. I think it really comes down to the trenches and the run game for both teams. I mentioned the Buffalo Bills rushing stats. They're awful. The Jacksonville Jaguars are the opposite. Their run defense is 5th in rush EPA. They're 1st in success rate. They're 1st in rushing yards allowed per game. If there's a defense that can stop James Cook in that Bills rushing attack, it is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think they'll have their way. And Trevor Lawrence is playing like one of the best quarterbacks in football. 4,000 plus yards on the season, 38 total touchdowns. He's played like a top 3 quarterback over the back half of the season. The Jaguars are complete. They have a great offensive line. They have awesome receivers with Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers, BTJ, and Brenton Strange. They have a run game. They have a great play caller. They have a really good defense. The Jaguars, I believe, are the most complete team in the AFC. I think they beat the Buffalo Bills this weekend, and that's my pick to make it out the AFC. I believe in the Jaguars a lot. It is the most complete team in the conference. I trust the quarterback and coordinator combo more than any other team in the conference. And the only reason why the public views the Bills as a team that's going to win is because of Josh Allen and nothing else.
Who do you got, Riff?
Joel and I are 100% right.
No, I think it's weird. I don't know how I feel about Jacksonville's defense. I think it's good. But I was looking at their schedule just to run my mind. The last quarterbacks they played Denver's offense, but Riley Leonard, then they played the Jets, then they played Riley Leonard again, Tennessee
Their
twice.
schedule was sweet up until the Denver game.
It was Denver and then the Chargers, which, if we're being super honest about Justin Herbert, his performances against top defenses this year, then I don't have to bring up that game. But yeah, they dominated the Chargers. But for the most part, it hasn't been nothing where I'm like, all right, this is a team that's dominated high-level quarterbacks, which I guess that's why people are picking Josh. There has to be a middle ground. Like, there has to be, I love him to death. That's like my favorite player ever. There has to be a middle ground where if you're the best player in the world, people like to say there has to be a certain expectation where you have to show up.
So you like it?
What?
The expectation.
I do like. I like it to a
agree.
degree. I think you should.
He could show up and they could lose.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's fine.
That's
I
okay.
think that's okay. I think there's a and what you said, there's a thing to it where I agree. I don't think everything should be on him. I think the expectation of him being able to win, I think it's fair. I think you have to put it on because, you're looking at the landscape. And if it is as open as you think it is, why can't it be them? We've seen this Buffalo team not be good, but it be as versatile and as resilient as any other team in the league. You know what I'm saying? Coming back down from 21, and he has these superhuman-like performances. So if he can do it, which I believe he can, why can't he? Why can't I put that expectation on
I'm with
him?
you.
I think I can put a little bit of it on him. I definitely think the wide receiving core is definitely low. I think it doesn't have talent out there. I think Dalton Kincaid is a huge plus. I think James Cook is really good. But at the end of the day, this team goes as far as Josh Allen. I know we love James Cook. We love the offensive line. If he doesn't play well, this team will not win this game. I think he can. I think I'm going to go with Buffalo on the upset. I do think Jaguars are a better team, but I do think Josh is going to go superhuman.
I feel like what you're getting at, though, is that, and it's kind of why I feel like this is still a tough matchup to pick. I think Jacksonville's a better football team, but the Josh Allen factor is real.
Of course,
and
he's been here.
I don't think the Jaguars defense and their secondary is like going up against Houston or Denver
all.
or Seattle or
Probably the
Philadelphia.
weakest part of their defense.
It
Easily.
is a defense that can be taken advantage of. And I can easily see Josh Allen throw for 300 plus yards, have 3 total touchdowns, and have like a masterclass of a game.
Easily.
Like I can see that happening because I don't view Jacksonville's defense as a shutdown unit. Even against Denver, that was a toe-to-toe matchup until Jacksonville was able to force a turnover. So that's what their defense has been. They've lived
I'm
off
just
a
more
lot of
scared of the
turnovers.
run defense for Buffalo. Like that's what I'm scared of. If they can't
Yes.
stop the run, then it opens up the pass game, and that puts this defense in a
But
bind.
like with Buffalo, is Josh Allen going to have time in the pocket? Yes. Is Josh Allen going to be able to, maneuver and create plays on this defense? Yes. So I think this has the potential to be like a real high scoring game.
Just don't make bonehead decisions. And he's done that a little bit this year, but he's also shown you he can be superhuman. But like, it's all chips on the table. Like, yeah, you're a 6 seed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going on the road against Jacksonville. I would expect this from any of the big 3. You know what I'm saying? So why shouldn't I expect this of Josh Allen?
Yeah, that's my only expectation for the Bills. It's just Josh Allen to show up, but she's probably going to show up. It's Josh Allen.
You
Hopefully.
believe that?
I don't know. I mean,
Yo,
it
what a
depends.
fuck! I'm hearing him speak, and I hear the fucking bullshit coming
No,
out.
the reality is Josh
he's in the
Allen.
playoffs.
Josh Allen, any given game, could have 303 touchdowns. But we have seen the last few games he's been more game manager for Buffalo, right? Just in the last couple of playoffs, when I think about the Ravens game, when I think about the Chiefs game, he hasn't gone to that superhuman level. And they won against the Ravens, they lost against the Chiefs. But this is a game.
They always
this
beat
is
the Ravens in the playoffs.
correct. Yeah, they're
Yeah, that was
2-0,
never a
2-0
that was
against
never a
them,
thought.
correct. 2-0 against the Ravens.
I think it might be 3.
No ring.
That's 2.
Anyhow, my expectation is for Buffalo to show
He's
up.
right though.
It's
Wait,
for Josh Allen
it's
to
no
show
ring
up.
for you either, brother.
Okay, I don't give a fuck that you don't have a ring. I don't care. 3-0 in the first and second
Jets
round.
don't have a ring either.
Congratulations. Yes, we do. 1969.
You haven't seen one.
No, fair.
Fuck you.
Bears. Celtics.
That's a good point.
Yeah, how about that? You brought the
Warriors.
Jets,
Is
so we have
this-
the Celtics.
Is this
Steph.
really the easiest path for Josh Allen? Like I know that Mahomes.
I don't know who says that.
I
It's
know
both sides
like-
because this is the weakest team he has, but competition-wise, it's like, yeah, I don't think none of these teams we're going to look back on in 10 years and be like, holy shit, do you remember the 2025 Broncos?
They're all
2025 Jags? We're
better
not
than
gonna do
Buffalo,
that.
though. For the
They
most
are
part.
better than
Except
Buffalo.
Pittsburgh.
Buffalo has the
What
best
the
quarterback.
fuck? This is I've had enough of you, bro. I really have had
Me?
enough of you.
we can't remember the 2025 Broncos, bro.
Oh,
It's no
shit.
dis- it's no
oh, shit. I didn't hear you
disrespect.
say that.
The Chiefs just won 10 straight AFC West championships.
Was it 10 straight?
The first year they lose is to the 2025 Denver Broncos.
Are you an
who-
all-time team?
We are one of the best pass rush lines that there ever was.
Here's what I'm
Ever-
getting at though.
All time.
Ever?
Look
Ever.
at the numbers.
You're not better than
Here's
ours
what I'm
last
getting
year.
at though. Mahomes, Lamar's not much of an obstacle, but Mahomes,
Jesus Christ.
Lamar, the
You gonna
top,
say something?
the top
When it
quarterbacks,
comes to Mahomes, I can't say.
I was just,
the top quarterbacks are not in the AFC playoff picture. But I'd argue if Josh Allen has to get to the Super Bowl, he is playing the toughest level of defense that he's had to play in any of the years or any of the past.
He'd have to go
That's
up against
fair.
us. He'd
You
have
guys
to go up
didn't go
against
up against the
Jacksonville
23
or
Ravens.
the Texans. If we lose to the Texans, he'd have to play one of us, the Texans, and Jacksonville on top of that.
he can
It's a
beat all
tough
those teams.
But
road.
yeah, he's not going up against the quarterbacks, but he's going up against some hollow
He
defenses.
can beat all those teams.
Denver, Houston.
He cannot beat us.
He can beat all those teams.
I don't know. I just think the
If he
Eagles
is
defense
as
last
good
year
as
is better
we
than
say,
anything
he
in
can
this.
beat
I think the
all of those
Seahawks
teams.
defense this year is better than what we have. I mean, I think Houston's close. Denver's defense it hasn't been what it's been. It's just the reality. Like
Jesus
it hasn't
Christ.
been this.
You get
all
dotted up
worlds-
one time.
It's
One time.
It's been since the bye. The defense has been like above
What
average.
did we
to
do
good.
second half against the Packers?
You guys shut
We
down.
shut them the fuck down.
Yeah.
Packers one of the best statistical offense in the league. We
Shit
shut them
overrated.
down.
I mean, we have 6 weeks of you guys being like a good defense, but not. All I'm saying is we're
6
not going
weeks.
to
It
look.
was literally
we're not gonna look back
Jacksonville.
and be like, "Holy shit!" Do you guys remember that team like we did with the Eagles? That's all I'm saying.
Well, it
That's
depends. What if
disrespectful.
they
disrespectful.
go all the way and win?
Still
Then
won't
maybe
look
we
at it.
will.
and
But
then
I think as we
I
sit
get
right
up
now,
and I
we
tell
won't.
you to suck on it.
Well, it depends how it happens.
No one will remember the 2025 Broncos, the first team to
Hey,
dethrone the Kansas City
Pick a
Chiefs
side
in the
meme. Since
division.
you love this click shit, make sure you get that shit
I mean,
clicked
is it
up.
crazy to say
You know
that
what?
there's no
You
team
know
in
what?
the
You
AFC
could-
that we're going to look
Here's
back
the
and
thing.
say, "Holy shit, that
You
was an
could-
all-time
You could
team"?
argue, unless the Broncos win the championship, the 2025 Jets would be more memorable.
It
You
does
could
feel-
argue
it
that.
does feel open.
Nah, facts.
It feels open. And You have the Bills winning. You have the Jaguars winning. I have the Jaguars winning. I have
the Jaguars winning. I think they've been the more complete team. I don't mind your take in terms of Jacksonville going all the way. I think Jacksonville and Denver are the two most complete teams. They're the two teams in the AFC that you could count on their offense. You could count on their defense. You like the head
count
coach.
on their offense?
Yeah, I mean their offense for the past 2+
Jaguars?
months has been great. It's been
Jaguars
fantastic.
offense has been godly.
But you just agreed with me that the schedule has been fake cupcakey.
Sure, it has been, but then they went to Denver and they handled business.
That's fair.
And
But
they
you just
business against the
you're
Chargers.
contradicting yourself
defense.
again because you just said the Denver's defense over the past month has been average.
I'm not following.
Like you're saying they have the most complete offense, the most complete defense.
Yeah.
Okay. Their offense, how good is it really though?
He's saying you're propping up Jaguars offense, but you're bringing down the Denver's defense.
well, yes and no. Like this,
Well,
the schedule has been a little.
Denver's defense down because Drew's getting mad because I'm saying they're not all time. Like that's what he's getting mad.
I mean, you did call it average.
I think it's a good.
And we just won the
For
division.
the last 6-7-ish weeks, they've been an above average to good defense, but they haven't been an elite defense. They haven't like when I'm thinking elite, I'm thinking Seattle and Houston and Philly now. Those have been the elite defenses. I don't think Denver's been on that level for the
Who's
last
the number
month or
2
two.
defense in the league this season?
Has it been Denver?
Denver Broncos.
I mean, doesn't
I could
it
check,
like
you know
doesn't
that.
feel
Number
like that
one,
the last
number
7
one
weeks?
was the Houston Texans. The only reason why we were not number one was because we could not stop Trey Lance on the last drive of the game. That was the difference between us being the best
better.
defense and the second.
Is
best.
this in terms of what scoring
I
defense?
believe it was yards per
allowed.
game
But
allowed.
this is what this is why it hurts not having
EPA per
the
play,
bye
you're
week.
actually 8th. Houston, Seattle,
because
Jacksonville,
we don't cause turnovers.
Vikings, Cleveland, Eagles.
What's their success
We're not
rate?
a turnover
I think
team.
their top is one of the top league success rate actually.
They're one.
But this is the issue with not having the,
EPA
the
per
one
play is
seed
really dictated by turnovers, and we really didn't do
Cleveland is 4. Shout out
is
to
the
Cleveland.
fact that the Jaguars, although I feel like they are the most complete team in the AFC, all it takes is a Josh Allen Herculean performance
that. I don't disagree.
for them to get bounced. Like I also don't like. I think this is for as much belief as I have in the Jaguars. I think it feels because of Josh Allen like more of like a coin flip game. It could go either way. Like if the Bills win, I'm not surprised at the outcome because if Josh Allen has one of his performances, then he can win the game. If
Just
he has the
don't play
ball
bad.
last, if whatever the case may be, like it's gonna be a coin flip game. Anything can happen.
Just don't play bad. That's all I ask.
That's all he has to do.
He
Don't
should
play
not
bad.
play bad.
Listen, Josh Allen goes
I mean,
out
if y'all
there
said
as
the defense is
303 and
elite.
lose. I'm not going to say shit.
Just don't play bad, man. That's all I ask.
He
Their
goes
se-
out there and has 170 yards and a touchdown and be like, yeah, he didn't play.
Their
well,
secondary is
Okay. We can't like the secondary is what the receivers
But
are.
their rush defense is so great. If you take James Cook out of the game gets a little bit more difficult for Buffalo naturally.
Yeah, because the receivers suck.
That's all it. This is in no way a slight or should be a slight at Josh. I'm not doing that. I
Why
respect
not?
Josh. I
Let's
acknowledge
just-
who
we
he
can
is.
just say
He
who he
should
is.
play well still,
He should.
regardless of that fact.
Didn't play well against Philly, unfortunately.
Neither did
In
Lamar.
the fourth quarter, he did. And let me
missed a
talk
wide
about
open
fourth quarters.
touchdown.
He did not. It
Yes,
was
he
not
did.
wide open.
He was open.
He was not
He
wide
was
open.
I don't know what
You
you're
look
saying.
at look at the
Brother,
tape
brother.
from his angle.
He should have made that
The
play.
linebacker was right there.
Should've made that
He
play.
had to layer it.
Should have made that play.
Like Lamar did with Isaiah Likely. Bow.
Well, Lamar's not in
Fucking
right now.
Tyler
Let's stop
Lue,
talk-
man.
Let's start talking about people that aren't in the playoffs.
Josh
So
Allen's going to have an
let's
extra 6
project
days
a
this
little
season.
bit.
Congratulations.
Yeah, more than Lamar.
I don't care.
I know you
If
don't.
the-
You're
if-
not a winner.
I feel like
Now there's Josh.
3 of us have the Jaguars winning. So if they win this matchup, does anything really change with how we feel about Jacksonville?
If they win,
Yeah, if they win. I mean, right now,
the public will respect them more.
the
Yeah.
public right now has them as
Wait,
an
are
underdog
we asking
on
for us or
probably.
in general?
Just for us? Like, does
Shouldn't
your
be for you
opinion
guys.
of the Jaguars change?
I've respected the Jaguars for well over a month now.
So now on the flip side, if the Bills win this game, what changes for them? What is the mindset?
If they beat the Jaguars, genuinely speaking, I still don't feel great because they have to go up against the Texans. They have to go up against us. If the Chargers beat the Pats, that's still a tough defense to go up against.
It depends how it happens. It's a cop-out, but it depends how it happens. You know what I mean? Like, if they force 3 turnovers...
You'll feel the
and
same way.
Trevor Lawrence just has a shit game, or Travis
Oh, sure.
Etienne fumbles, or you get a punt return touchdown and it feels a little fluky, that's different than they go out there and they just put belt to ass and you look up, it's 31-7. So it's a cop-out, but it depends how it happens.
If the Bills beat the shit out of the Jaguars,
Which
it would be
shocked.
the most surprising thing on the weekend.
I think that it's 2 reasons why the public are signing with Buffalo. 1, it's because they have Josh Allen, but 2, it's Jacksonville. And I think a lot of people look at Jacksonville like they're the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They're a
How
small
are they,
market team.
They're a small market team. How are they even here? How do they win the division? I think that more so it's disrespect to Jacksonville that most people, the public at least, don't view them as this upper echelon team.
And last question before we move on. Is Sean McDermott coaching for his job in this game?
He should be, but I don't think he is.
100%.
I think he is.
100%.
I think it's time.
Did he just get extended?
That was like 2 years ago.
Was it
Because
2 years ago?
the excuse for Sean McDermott in years past is that you've had great regular season defenses. You've gone up against Mahomes in the playoffs and you haven't been able to stop him. Now, the Jaguars are no slouch offensively. They're an elite level offense. But if there is any game for Sean McDermott to earn his paycheck as a head coach, as a defensive-minded head coach, it feels like it's this one.
I still feel like you've made the playoffs, 6-7 years consecutively. You know, it just gets to a point where things get sour. Like, it gets to a point, let me not say sour, where
Stale.
things dry up, you just need a change of scenario. And I think Sean is good. He's a good stabilizer. You know, he's been there for Buffalo. You know, him and Josh are really good. They have a good relationship. But, like, if they lose in the first round, you're probably thinking, we need to change a lot of things. And usually that starts with, unless you have they have a superstar quarterback, so they're not changing that. So outside of that, and then James Cook, you're probably changing a lot of things.
It just sucks because you'd probably lose Joe Brady, who's been one of the top OCs.
Or you jump him up.
Or, I mean, you could, I guess, hire him. It depends, because when's the last time, or has there been a time where we left a playoff game, we're like, holy shit, like, Sean McDermott,
Joe Brady,
showed up.
Great play caller. Josh Allen, superhero.
I think it goes hand in hand.
Joe's good.
I think, I mean,
he doesn't have a lot to work with.
Because I see a position where Josh Allen has a chance to get an offensive-minded head coach with Stefanski now available. That intrigues me more than just hiring Joe Brady to be the guy now.
I think you need weapons.
It's tough because, I mean, James Cook, this is his second full year with Joe Brady or third?
Second
full year?
Second full, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, James Cook just won the rushing title. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be mad that they don't have 1,000-yard receivers.
And they did develop a run game, like
Khalil Shakir and
before Joe Brady, they didn't have a run game.
I agree.
They were trying to develop
like, it goes hand in hand. James Cook is in the league more. He's getting more involved.
I was going to say,
receivers
James Cook
they have
is just
is hard.
naturally a great player, too.
He is.
With the receivers they have, I think it's very
too.
hard for Joe Brady to wow you completely because they don't have the personnel. Like, I think scheme can go as far as the talent is on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
You can elevate it somewhat. And I think Brady's done it. Like last year, the Bills' offense was elite, and they didn't have great receiving talent.
Mm-hmm.
And even some of the play calls this year, you see the fourth down laterals where it's like a slant, it turns into a lateral. A lot of coaches have done it, but he's really mastered it, and they're able to convert on these long down and distances.
Respect it.
Yeah, this is a copycat league.
Amen.
It for the most part though, this feels like the final straw of the current iteration of the Bills. With Sean McDermott, Allen, this Bills era, if they lose this game. I feel like if they lose this game, this is the end of the Sean McDermott era.
People are going to... Bills fans may not like this. Fans may not like this. The only silver lining for the Bills losing is a new head coach.
I'm with you.
That's it. It sucks that you lose an opportunity to win a Super Bowl again. It sucks that Josh misses an opportunity to cement his legacy as an all-time great, even though I do think he already is that. It does suck. Silver lining, new era. And Josh has an opportunity to have an offensive
Even if they win,
genius.
it should be a new era regardless.
I don't hate where you're coming from. Do you
now.
want to know the truth about McDermott? He's loved.
He is loved.
He's an amazing person.
Yes.
It's very hard
So
to
is
move
Dwayne
off
Casey.
a guy.
in Toronto. And I mean that with all due respect.
I get it. I do think McDermott is the coach that did start the regime change for Buffalo. Yes, it was Josh Allen ascending to being a superstar. But
Sometimes,
McDermott was finally the coach to get them out the mud.
Mark Jackson.
It's hard to move on.
You need a Steve
that's
Kerr.
what they fit. In NFL, it's hard to see that.
I mean, they've won so much. I get it.
They've lost to only one person, which is two if you
They've
count
lost
Joe.
heartbreakers.
But exactly, they've lost to Goliath.
Yeah. But, like, it gets to a point, like, dude, something's got to change.
I agree with
what I'm
you
saying?
wholeheartedly.
Josh is about to be 30.
It's nuts.
So
30 no rings crazy.
Was it March 29?
You've been on Earth for
March
27
29?
years.
28.
28. You've seen the Jets make the playoffs how many times?
Twice.
Be serious.
Well, twice that I really remember.
So be serious. You should sit there and shut up.
He doesn't have a ring.
Yeah, neither do you.
Yes, I do.
Stop saying
Not
that.
alive, but I have one.
You don't have. You actually
Josh
were
doesn't have
nowhere
one.
near being born.
I was so far away.
So removed for a
What
minute.
even a
Actually,
thought.
No, far from.
your parents were just starting life.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Yeah.
Dad's a little older.
That's
My
disappointing.
dad had a life for sure. My mom was,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your dad was just starting like his real shit. Like he was
For
really
sure.
getting into it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
He just starting his first term.
Okay.
Now we're gonna move on to the next matchup. It's the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New England Patriots.
Great game.
Now the Patriots have
8:00.
one of the MVP
Sunday or
frontrunners in
Saturday?
Drake May. Regardless of where you sit on the MVP debate, Matthew Stafford, Drake May, we'll do our NFL awards after we do these AFC wildcard predictions. Drake May is playing elite level football. The public right now is favoring on Polymarket for the Patriots to win. 65% of the people think New England will win this game. 35% is on the Chargers side.
God.
And I am a part of the 35%
35%?
that is taking the Los Angeles Chargers. I think at some point, something's got to give. At some point, an all-time talented quarterback in Justin Herbert, not that Drake May isn't an all-time talent, finally gets his first playoff win. And Justin Herbert in this matchup
In year 6.
against a New England Patriots defense that they're 21st in pass rush win rate. Their secondary, they have some talent, but the Chargers have good receiving talent. I look at how these two teams match up. The Chargers, an elite defense, a top 10 defensive unit, and they've gone up against better comp than the Patriots all season long. On offense, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Oronde Gadsden, Trey Harris has really made his imprint. Keenan Allen, Omarion Hampton, Kamani Vidal. They have a
Third down,
good
Keenan
group.
Allen.
They have a good group of skill position players.
Ronde fell off.
They're able to run the football, and New England has
That I
not
agree.
been the best at running the football. New
Milton
England
back?
has been
Milton's
vulnerable.
Oh, it's over.
Milton
back?
is back, but here's the thing. The Patriots have two great interior defensive linemen in Christian Barmore and Milton Williams. But their edge rushers aren't anything to write home about. Kalavion Chason, Harold Landry. I don't think they're going to be able to get consistent pressure to really bother Justin Herbert in this matchup. Like last year, we saw Houston bother Justin Herbert. This is a matchup that I feel like is very favorable to Justin Herbert. He's not going to be under duress as much as he would in other matchups. He's going to be able to have a great game. And in Drake May's first playoff game, going up against a Jesse Minter called defense, their secondary is outstanding. The receiving talent for New England is underwhelming, and their defensive line has gotten much better with Khalil Mack, Olwe, and Tui Pelotu. I think the Chargers, they feel like the better football team. And if you think Drake May is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert, that is fair. But it's not a gap. Justin Herbert can outplay Drake May in this matchup. They can go head-to-head, and they can cancel each other out in the playoffs. This is going to be Justin Herbert's first playoff win.
Here we go.
I'm calling it. I'm guaranteeing it. This is
Guaranteed.
going to be his first playoff win on the road. Justin Herbert gets it done, and he finally gets that monkey
On
off
the
his
road
back.
in the cold in
Why aren't you
New
as mean
England.
on Herbert as you are on Josh? Year 6?
Josh has expectations.
I feel that.
Like-
This guy has nothing.
No, Herbert has expectations to win.
We just
No,
don't
he has
care.
expectation. It's just
game.
like
Year 6,
Josh,
no playoff win?
Year 6,
Josh
0.
0 good
It's just
games in the
different.
playoffs?
No, don't get me wrong.
6?
Don't get me wrong. I'm
No
not
all
sitting here and
pros,
be
no
like,
nothing?
it's all right, Herbert. But it's like, Josh out.
I'm gonna be honest.
There's a different expectation.
They're not in the same tier as us type
Yeah,
shit.
there's a
You know
different
what I'm saying?
expectation.
Dabby.
Oh, my fault.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking New England. Now, I'm going to sit here and be really objective about the Chargers.
You don't think they're good?
They've impressed me.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not a guy who's easily impressed.
Yeah, I agree.
That defense has been stellar.
It's good.
All season long, I have nothing negative to say about that defense because that offensive line has put that team at such a disadvantage. And that defense has had to shoulder a good portion of the load. And they've been able to handle that. Take that as you will. Nevertheless, what I think it comes down to is Milton Williams being on that football field. I spoke about it the last time we spoke. I believe it was in short form, but I mean that when it comes to the real podcast as well. My faith in the Patriots drastically changes whether Milton's on the field and when he's off. We see the drastic difference in the rush defense when he's off, but when he's on, it's one of the best rush defenses in the league. He is a game changer in that regard. And if he wasn't playing, I think Omarion Hampton's one of the players of the game. I agree with you. I think the Chargers do go into New England and they can steal this one. But with the way that this offense has been firing for the New England Patriots, An unsung hero in the later part of the season has been Ramondre Stevenson. And when you have the great tandem of Travion and Ramondre, who again, Ramondre is playing some of the best ball of his career, you're getting it at the right time because, of course, you're going into this game planning for Drake May. And the one weakness, if you had to point to one for the Chargers, would be their rush defense because the scheme that they play, they want you to run the ball against them. But you can't do that against Travion and Ramondre the way that they're playing right now. Drake's been arguably the best player in football this season, arguably the MVP, most valuable. When you look at the team around him, it's a strong case. He's been special. And I don't anticipate anything different in his first game in the playoffs this season. It's going to be a great game. I do believe that. I'm not trying to sit here and be the normal disrespectful self that I am to the Chargers. It's never going to be love between the Chargers and the Broncos fan. That's for sure. But I respect what that defense has done this year. Really strong unit. Picked up the slack for that lackluster offense. But it's going to be a great game, but I'm going to ride with the Patriots, man.
I love that this podcast hasn't resorted to jumping into that stupid May Stafford conversation that's just been so nasty and disgusting and toxic over the last couple weeks.
But what's the necessary?
I don't know.
Why?
I'm just-
Why is it
ethical
necessary?
MVP debate?
It hasn't been in a while.
Well, this is
I
the
can't remember
issue.
the last
The
Yo, that's
issue,
an excellent point.
Yeah, it's
always
it's
nasty.
so
The issue is
nasty.
that-
Mahomes 2022, straight
Just
up.
stamped.
people,
Not even Hurts. He got injured.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Sorry, Joel.
people are so hell bent over it because I think that in this case, it is coming. The toxicity is coming from
Drake May fans.
Patriots
Yeah.
land. It is from what I've seen. And I think they have good arguments, but it's a lot of, trying to bully Dan Orlovsky out of his opinion. It's a lot of, but you said that strength of schedule matters, but then a couple years ago they have a tweet that says you don't care about strength of schedule. It's a lot of try to like gotcha moments. I think that Patriots fans are acting as if strength of schedule doesn't matter. Now, I think Drake May, he is my MVP. He does clear Matthew Stafford in a lot of statistics. But
all of them.
you cannot just write off the amount of touchdowns that Stafford has on his efficiency and the opponents that he has played against. I don't know if this is correct, totally correct. I think the Patriots all year long have beaten one team that's been 500. The Rams have beaten the 13-4 Jaguars. They beat the Seattle Seahawks, one of the best defenses in football. They beat the Houston Texans,
Jaguars,
one of the
too.
best defenses in football. The Rams have gone up against significantly better talent. And if this was flipped and Drake May had that gauntlet of a schedule and he had these numbers, they would be siding with that argument. So I think that they act as if there is not validity to Matthew Stafford's case, which is just ridiculous. It's
I
appalling.
want Stafford to win. Just as a fan of his, I think it would just
think
put a
both of them
nice
deserve
bow
it.
on what has been
Stafford
an
is
amazing career.
he's the favorite right now, and it's funny
Is
because
he?
he got
He is.
flipped after that game last
Well,
week.
Fuck, bro. I
But-
knew I should have put some bread
But
on
May
that,
was
man.
the favorite after the Jets game, so it's like it's been weird.
Yo, I hope he wins it.
Yeah,
I really
Stafford,
do, bro.
Stafford's the favorite right now.
Because he wins
It's
MVP.
small, it's like
It's like
minus
140.
He wins
Yeah, it's like
MVP.
something like that.
There's no conversation. He's first ballot.
Yeah.
Usually first ballot either way, but yeah, it
th-
stamps it.
This matchup is interesting because I think for the most part, watching the Chargers this year, what's been the teams that's bothered them the most? It's been the Eagles pass rush, which gave Herbert all types
My
of
God.
hell. The Giants pass rush, which gave Herbert all types of hell. The Jaguars, they put belt to ass. So any team that really has a great to elite pass rush with
Texans,
it,
too.
with guys who. You said?
Texans,
Yes,
too,
yes, Texans
a couple weeks
too.
ago.
They just any team that has an elite pass rush that's able to just get at Herbert. And what's also bothered them in the playoffs last year, Texans. Well, 2 years ago, whenever that was, the Texans completely bottled him up. I think teams like that bother him, and I think for this offensive line that's broken and battered and injured, that could cause problems. And that's why I think the New England matchup is interesting because they don't have a elite threat on the defensive line. They don't have anybody that can really scare them, but you still have to worry about that because that offensive line is hurt. Now, Justin Herbert does have quality talent on the outside. I think you mentioned a couple good players. I think Ladd is good. Gatskin is good. And Keenan's good on third down. And Quentin Johnson, he's been really good this year. I think the Chargers will be able to move the ball. It's just New England, new kids on the block, young team. What can you get from them? I feel like it's an even matchup. I do think it's a toss-up. I'm going to side with New England, though. I think the home field advantage is going to be key here. I think Drake May is going to play a great game. I do think the Chargers defense is really good, but I think this New England defense has had something up their sleeve that they've been waiting for, and I think they're going to come in with that underdog mentality.
Yeah, I think this is, I mean, outside of like the Steelers, probably the best matchup for the Chargers, because as you guys have said, if you're going to go up against an elite defense, this Chargers offense doesn't have a chance. Like, we can make jokes about Justin Herbert, you can talk about the playoffs, all of that. It just comes down to the offensive line. Like, in terms of pass rush and run block, or pass block and run block win rate, they're 31st and 32nd. Like, this is the worst offensive line in the sport. Of course, all of the injuries have played a huge part in that. But it feels like every year the offensive line can never stay healthy, can never keep it together. And it's another year where the offensive line just can't block anybody. But you're going up against New England, who you don't really have to worry about right? You don't have to worry about these top-tier edge rushers or this crazy scheme coming at you in all different directions. You really don't have to. This New England's defense, you've been able to move the ball against them, right? Like, Buffalo put up 35 points against them a couple weeks ago. The Ravens were able to move the ball against them. This hasn't been a defense that has shut teams down. And they've got them against shit competition. Sure, they've been able to do that. But for the most part, if you're a competent offense, you can move the ball against New England. So I think this is a great matchup for the Chargers because it's a fair fight. You know what I mean? Like, if you were going up against Houston, I'd be like, listen, sorry, you just can't do it. If you're going up against Denver, sorry, it's not going to happen. But going up against New England, even though they are the number 2 seed in the AFC and you do have the MVP, it feels like this is going to be a game where both quarterbacks just have to put on their cape. And I think Drake May's ready for the moment. I think Justin Herbert's ready for the moment. You know, we talk a lot about and make fun of Justin Herbert a lot. Going up against some great defense, especially last year, going up against that Texans defense. Now, if he has another shitter and he goes and throws a couple interceptions, or he takes stupid sacks or makes dumb decisions,
You're just going to make it.
We could have a whole different conversation about Justin Herbert.
We're just going to do it again. It's
but
okay, bro.
I don't think that version of Justin Herbert is going to show up. I think Justin Herbert's going to be Justin Herbert. He's going to go out there and throw for 250 plus yards and 2 touchdowns and look like the top 5 quarterback we all know he is. I still got New England in this game. I think New England has been one of the best teams in football all season long. We could talk about the schedule. Only one win against a team over 500. That's fair. You got to play your schedule. New England, this isn't college. New England didn't get to pick their schedule. We're going to play. It's not their fault the Jets are dog shit. Miami's dog shit, right? What are you going to do? You have 4 games in your division of teams that are going to have top 10 picks this season. So I think they obviously benefited from being in an easy division outside of Buffalo. They had a 4th place schedule. Like, they had a top 5 pick last year.
They'll get a first place next year.
And exactly. Next year will be a bit tougher because you're going up against topper competition. The Jets are going to be a lot better. So I think New England's going to show up, though. I feel like every time we've questioned them, whether it's Buffalo early in the season, I know they blew it late in the year, but it was a give-me game in the 4th quarter when they were up by 3 touchdowns in the first half. They showed up against Baltimore, however you want to view them. But when it came to top competition, New England showed up. They haven't really gotten punked at all this season.
No.
So I got them winning this game.
They've played 3 great defenses this year.
He's right. They haven't gotten punked.
They've only played two good teams.
They played, I don't know if you want to count Baltimore, but they played Buffalo twice.
And they got punked in the second half against Buffalo.
They did. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
They played 3 great defenses this year. Cleveland, Atlanta, and Baltimore. Second half of the season, they started to figure things out.
They mainly gagged against Buffalo.
They did gag. Gag bad.
Offense couldn't get anything going. Defense collapsed. That sounds like a punking to me.
They scored 31.
They gagged.
Yeah.
Punking to me is 45-3. You know what I mean? That's a punking.
It's a different type of punk.
To lose 35-31, I'm not like, oh, you got punked. It's like,
I mean, they had 21.
Josh just had a fucking crazy second half.
Patriots blew it. They blew it.
They blew it. They didn't get punked.
I wouldn't nitpick him or whatever.
It's just
I agree. It's semantic at that point. Word choice, but God, Joel.
Justin Herbert, he's been showcasing the ability to survive in obscene circumstances this year. Against the Eagles, they pressured him 71% of the time. It made history for one of the most pressured games by a quarterback ever.
You love that stuff.
He made winning plays in that game. And then he did make winning plays. He made winning plays. He did make winning plays.
Jalen
How much
Hurts
he
made
was
losing
running?
plays. Like,
Oh, yeah, 5 turnovers.
Justin Herbert had a ton of scrambles.
he did,
Yeah,
but
with a broken hand.
Yo, with all due, you know what?
He made winning plays in that
I'm not
game.
even gonna harp on it. I know we all watched that game.
We
We know
saw
what happened.
against Denver early in the year, Joe Alt was healthy, but they were still able to pressure Justin Herbert at an obscene rate, and Herbert quite literally put the team on his back. I just don't think New England has a defensive line that can pressure Herbert 50% of the time. Now, I think they're going to get their fair share of pressure against him, but it's not going to be to the degree of some of the circumstances that Herbert has faced this year. I think it's going to be a much lesser degree. And because of that, I'm going with the Chargers. The Patriots defense, because of their schedule, a lot of the stats for them.
Sorry, Hornets beat OKC by
Oh, wow.
27.
The stats for them are favorable, but you look at the Patriots. I mentioned the pass rush win rate stat. They're 20th in pass rush win rate. DVOA, which measures it adjusts for opponent and situation. The Chargers defense ranks 10th in defensive DVOA, and the Patriots rank 25th. In rush success rate, the Chargers rank 12th, and the Patriots rank 22nd in rush success rate. This is a Patriots defense that I think is a bit underwhelming, and it has gotten masked by the easy competition that they've played. And I think with the Chargers being able to run the football, Justin Herbert being able to play at a high level, and coupled with that defense, I think they get this win on the road. Now, the next AFC game, Texans versus Steelers, when you look at the percentage and the odds
I'm interested to see what
for this game, yeah, it is the Texans have a 64% chance to win according to Polymarket. That's what the people have decided on Polymarket. The Steelers are at 36%. It doesn't feel as far-fetched. This is essentially the same percentage chance they gave for the Chargers going up against the Patriots. But I do feel like this feels like a tall task for the Steelers offense. And it feels like if they're going to win this game, it's going to be off the back of their defense and TJ Watt forcing turnovers and their defensive line getting after CJ Stroud. I know that the Steelers defense has been underwhelming this season, but if they can have a great game from their defensive line, and if they can take over against Houston has an elite defense, but the wild card still is that offense. Like, what version of that offense are you going to get? So I think that's what gives the Steelers the best chance in this matchup. But even with DK Metcalf coming back, him going up against Lassiter or Stingley, I don't really trust it. Aaron Rodgers is going to be under an immense amount of pressure.
Stay and run.
I do think that if Baltimore played Houston, it would have been a much fairer matchup than Pittsburgh.
Baltimore.
And it would have been tough, yeah. But, the Steelers, they got in because of the greatness of Aaron Rodgers, but it does feel like, let's see if they can continue this. I love watching Aaron Rodgers play, but we'll see if they can continue this. The Houston Texans defense, though, is for real. They're on a win streak. They're legit.
We don't have to spend more than 10 minutes on this. I got
You may not have to spend more than 5, truthfully. Yeah. However, got to respect the legend. Aaron Rodgers showed why he is one of the all-time greats. No doubt. And listen, that was one of the best Steelers performances at the quarterback position I've seen in some time.
You know what I don't like, Drew? I don't like people blindly just ignoring the uptick in quarterback play the Steelers have gotten this year.
They won how many more games?
They won the same.
They won the same games, but was the defense better last year?
Easily.
It was way better, right?
The offense
was their schedule easier last year?
I don't know.
I think marginally.
This year, Aaron Rodgers has gave them a level of quarterback play that they did not have last year. It's far better than what they had last season.
And they have the same record.
And it's a big reason why they're in the playoffs.
They were in the playoffs last year. They were in the playoffs with Mason Rudolph.
And then the year before that.
But Aaron Rodgers makes a huge difference to this team. And Mike Tomlin.
The year before that. And Drew the year before that.
And
then the year before that.
Secured the AFC North. Wait, did they win the AFC North in those years?
Well, that's on them.
Well, that's on Lamar getting hurt.
Aaron Rodgers brought a championship back to Pittsburgh.
What?
A division championship.
Do you get those?
Counts.
You get a
he
trophy?
brought it back to Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin. Who's it?
Mason Rudolph?
I don't think he did.
Mike Tomlin told Aaron Rodgers, "I'm glad I got you here." And Aaron Rodgers looked at him and he smiled and said, "I'm glad you got me."
One of the worst AFC North years.
They were 18th in EPA per play this year, 20th last year. So
how can you not be romantic about football?
Big improvement this year.
two spots higher.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. Yeah, bro, dude, if you want to
bad
praise
faith advanced analytics. This is what it is. Yeah. I don't like it.
Hey, listen, Aaron,
legend,
Hall of Famer, first ballot. What you did in Green Bay, we will never question it. You're one of the 5 most talented quarterbacks we've ever seen in our lifetime. Awesome.
Imagine if they had George Pickens.
Retire.
It would be huge.
Retire.
The Texans, CJ Stroud will retire Aaron Rodgers.
No. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, Derek Stingley, and then Will retire Aaron Rodgers. But look, if you want to praise him, go ahead, bro. We don't have to talk too much about it. Come on.
I just feel like his play speaks for itself.
I agree.
I respect the legend.
He was all time.
Lord knows
we were going over it before the show. I said Aaron Rodgers has played 9 great games this year for the Steelers.
Okay.
Little more than half.
It's a great season in my
It's
opinion.
really good.
He said, I said, great. He said, good. I said, good. He said, he played well. I said, okay.
I said great.
I said, he
well,
then went
great,
back and
same
said, great.
thing.
I was like, all right.
Yeah, no, he's yeah.
No, I think, listen, this is such a tall task for Pittsburgh. They had a great game yesterday.
I'm rooting for him.
That Ravens defense, before Kyle Hamilton went out, they were shutting down Pittsburgh. Kyle Hamilton went out, and they were able to do whatever they want. Now go up against a team that has fucking 11 Kyle Hamiltons. Like, the Houston's defense is one of the two best in the sport,
luck,
and
man.
they've shut down everybody. So it's going to be really tough. Listen, to Pittsburgh, what they can do, which they've done basically post Big Ben, is they can make any game ugly. So, like, that's what you have to hope for if you're a
home
Steeler
game,
fan.
too.
But I would be worried about Houston's offense if they were going up against a better defense. I know they could get after the quarterback. They showed that last night. They could force turnovers. They could force sacks. I get all of that. I still don't look at this Pittsburgh's defense, especially that secondary. You look at that; it's very beatable. So,
Yeah.
Of course, the offensive line for Texans is bad, and C.J. Stroud could have a fumble or an interception that gets tipped like Lamar or something like that. But it feels like Houston's just really outmatched, or the Steelers outmatched, and Houston's the better team.
And that's why Mike Tomlin continued to go 500. It's impressive, but he doesn't call either side of the ball. And the Steelers' defense has had a lot of busted coverages this year. Like against the Ravens, what they had two. The first day Flowers touchdown was Lamar Jackson extending and making a play, but
It was one of
Just him just
the
being a
best
god.
plays of the
It's
season.
one of his best plays of his career.
that will only happen in regular season.
Damn.
But the
Taking
second,
a shot at Lamar after yesterday is crazy.
No, what pissed me the fuck off was the tipped interception and him going out and tweeting, "Can't trust Lamar in big game." It's like, what
threw the ball.
We have never, ever blamed a tipped interception once on
it
this
was
show.
at the line of scrimmage.
It was tipped at the line.
It was tipped, and then it was tipped again, and then it landed in TJ Watt's hands.
I'm going to have to
funny.
side with Joel here.
He threw
funny
the
as
ball. People were like, "What do you mean? What do you mean he threw the ball?"
Oh my
He's the one that
God.
threw the ball. No, but listen, man.
I was so sick when he saved his legacy, man.
Me both. I needed him to not save it. I did.
I just wanted to come on the show and be an asshole to Joel.
The defense, dude, it just they have a lot of busted coverages. So unless they get that cleaned up, the Houston Texans can take advantage of that. I mean, we saw against the Chargers, first two offensive drives, the Chargers, 2 big plays, 2 touchdowns quick. And D'Amico Ryan said it. Like, he said that, listen, I feel like if we get 7 points offensively, we should win that game.
That's tough.
That's how great I think
so
our defense
gangsta.
is. If you get 14 points, that's how the Texans can win. It's really hard to muster up 2 scoring touchdown drives against that defense.
Yeah, it feels like the Texans put up 17. This game's over.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like they put up 13
10.
the game's over. Like, that's how great their defense is. I think they should
Now,
be favored.
watch, it'll be a 31-35 shootout.
And nobody's putting 31 on
No,
the
no.
Texans.
That wraps up our AFC wildcard predictions. We'll see what happens here. You know, Riv, we have, I think, only two different picks. You have the Bills and I have,
I have the
The
Bills and
Jaguars.
Patriots. Yeah.
and you have, the Patriots and I have the Chargers.
Nice,
so
nice. Oh, so maybe we do. I
there's
doubt I went on
potential here.
5 though. That'd be fucking nuts. If
I don't
went,
know.
yeah.
We'll see. I mean, you could get closer for sure. But we're gonna shift to NFL award predictions, and we're not gonna spend 30 minutes on each award. Just go down a list of the awards that are available and give our pick. MVP to me is Drake May. I think the strength of schedule stuff for Matthew Stafford is valid, but Drake May has a better completion percentage, better yards per attempt, a better passer rating, a better QBR, all the advanced analytics he's better than Stafford in, and he's doing more with less against common opponents. He has better numbers than Stafford, so I understand where some people will say, well, Stafford, his strength of schedule is tougher, but against similar opponents, Drake May has performed better
Trash
than
ones.
Matthew Stafford. So to me, that is why Drake May is my MVP this season.
Yeah, I think the schedule stuff got blown out of proportion because I forgot, I'm sorry, someone tweeted out, maybe someone from ESPN. When you look at the past defenses they played, whether it's EPA per play allowed defensively, whether it's QBR allowed, the Rams and Pats is virtually identical. Like in terms of the past defenses each team went up against. The tweet was basically saying the 49ers as an example. The 49ers are a great team. Their defense is sweet. Like this defense has not been good all season long. But since they're a playoff team, they've won 13 games, they're factoring the strength of schedule, which matters. But it's like when the quarterback's going up against the defense, it's maybe not identical, but like statistically, the Jets and 49ers defensively, they're both dog shit. But the Jets, of course, won 3 games and the Niners won 13 or whatever. So when you look at it in terms of the defenses they played, it really isn't that dissimilar. I'm not mad at either pick. My pick would be Drake May because I think I love Drake May. I think that's my number one reason. But just because you can make the argument for numbers and the touchdowns, everything like that, you could make the argument for Drake May and the weapons. Like, he had Devontae Adams and Puka for basically the whole season. Puka for the majority. Devontae missed the last 3 weeks or so. And plus you had Kyron Williams and Blake Corum breaks out in the second half, and you have Sean McVay. So for all of the schedule stuff that you could say, I could look at Matthew Stafford's situation and be like, well, look at the situation he's in. He's in maybe the best situation in football in terms of offense when it comes to head coach and weapons room. So I can't sit here and bash too much Drake May when we look at the situation Stafford's in.
I think situation matters. I think also, though, playing in that division, you kind of need a good situation to kind of get through it. But yeah, I got Drake May. I just think he's been the most consistent. I think if you factor in who's had better high leverage moments or who's had the higher peaks throughout the season, it's easily Matthew Stafford. I think some of his big games have been awesome. You know, he's been tearing up teams throughout the year, but I think Drake May has just been consistently good to great throughout every week. I also think people are starting to over-exaggerate the bad games. You know, I think Matthew Stafford would really fuck them up.
The Atlanta game.
It was a couple of those losses late. You know, I think if he would have won the division, I think he would have easily won the award. I think winning that division, it's tough. You know, you got Seattle, you have the Niners, especially in the NFC, which I do think is a better conference. I think if he won, that'd have been a difference maker. But being that Drake won it, number 2 seed, new kids on the block, you know, they kind of have a narrative to push to, you know, kind of playing teams like, also another thing, like they're playing a weak schedule, but they're not that good of a team. So essentially, like a lot of these teams they're playing, if you take Drake May off, they're kind of on the same level of just who they are. It's just Drake May is taking them to another level. I think both guys deserve it, but I got Drake May winning MVP.
What an amazing race. Like a genuine amazing race. Like last year, I thought hands down Lamar should have been the MVP. No slight to Josh. Josh wins the award. I just think I saw Lamar Jackson have the greatest regular season of all time. Like it was just that level of efficient. This year, Matthew Stafford was special this season, but Drake May was also special in his own right. There was a certain amount of expectation on the Rams. And I think why I love and appreciate the Rams so much and Matthew Stafford mainly is because he, for what he controlled, he exceeded those expectations. Like we thought that they would be the best wide receiver duo in the league. And as great as Tay was in the red zone, he wasn't this overwhelming, dominant Devontae Adams like we know. It was Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua, who, spoiler, my offensive player of the year. He was dominant, amazing, missed a game. But the constant every single week was Matthew Stafford dicing up defenses. Now, the one game where you look at and you want back, if you're the Matthew Stafford truther of being the MVP, is the game versus the Falcons. Because Drake May that same week threw for 5 touchdowns against the New York Jets. But the week before, on December 18th, Matthew Stafford against arguably the best defense in the league, with division on the line, against Seattle, goes for over 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. It was one of the best performances by a quarterback this season. He fell short. His team fell short. And that's an unfortunate
You win those 2 games, you win
He
the
wins
MVP.
that game. Fuck the Falcons game. He wins that game. It's their division.
Yeah.
It's their
That
division.
Falcons game was bad, though.
It was a bad performance, and he definitely did struggle.
The odds literally changed after that game.
It's true. However, one game does not change an entire season for what Matthew Stafford accomplished. I get the race was close. To me, it wasn't one game difference close. Because if you want to say that, then I could use the same argument with Drake May gagging against the Bills.
Yeah.
Only difference is Bills aren't Seattle good, and they weren't able to steal the division away from them. But again, this is not to take anything away from Drake. I think Drake has already stamped himself as a top 5 guy. I think Drake has stamped himself as the franchise quarterback for them. I think Drake has stamped himself as one of the future faces of this league already. He is that great. With the underwhelming supporting cast that he has had, what he's been able to accomplish is wildly impressive to me. I just think Matthew Stafford and this Rams offense were so overwhelmingly dominant. And when you're the leader of the helm, I think you deserve that award.
My offensive player of the year is JSN.
Great.
I think he's been the most consistently elite and durable player all year long. His worst games are games where game script is not as in his favor and the Seahawks dominate, like the Vikings game where he had 23 yards receiving. But then his second lowest was 72 yards. Like every week he showed up, he had dominant weeks. And he was the biggest reason why the Seahawks went from the 18th ranked scoring offense to the 3rd ranked scoring offense. And he is the best part in our offense, and he made them go. And I think this year he was the best wide receiver in football.
What did he have, 1700?
Yeah, he close to
1790.
He had
1790.
1790.
Welcome to the 1700 club.
Yeah.
Puka
Jason.
did miss a singular game
Yeah.
and
He had like
was
15, right?
70
No, he had
yards
1700.
short.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, hey, JSN. Welcome to the 1700 club. A couple of my guys. in
JSN
there.
had
Yeah.
the 8th most receiving yards in a single season all time. When you look at the targets that he has compared to everybody else in the race, or like everybody else ahead of him, it's not like it's like 15 to 20 plus targets off. Like the difference between him and Calvin Johnson was 171 yards. The difference in targets was 41 targets. Calvin Johnson had 205 targets that year. JSN had 163 this year. So while he did have a big target share, he wasn't even top 4 in targets this year. Like Puka Nacua, he missed a game. He had more targets than JSN. Like JSN, if he got force fed more, I think we are talking about him breaking the record. But when they were up, they really didn't make it a point of emphasis to like just force feed him and try to get him the record. Kind of like how Myles Garrett, I guess, they try to pass rush as much as possible to try to get him the record. And yeah, I feel like JSN, he could have very well broken it if they really emphasized it.
Yeah, JSN's, first of all, same vibe. Him and Puka, amazing seasons. JSN is my OPOI. Just been consistently great all year, been able to win, be the only kind of, I want to say, elite or great to elite weapon on this offense for Seattle, a team that likes to run the ball. That's not super efficient, especially early in the year, but they love to get that ball to JSN, his ability to get open, get out downfield, and win in the short intermediate. I got JSN winning it.
It's a 2-man race. It's really
Shout out CMC, man, for
shout
getting
out
back in it.
CMC. You're right. CMC deserves some love. Rest in peace to Jonathan Taylor, who I think would have been firmly in this conversation if it wasn't for the cold season completely
People
derailing.
say that, bro.
I didn't say anything. I just looked at you.
I just know that you're a big.
Rest in peace,
People
man.
say rest in peace. You're like, he is
RIP.
alive.
He's very much alive.
That does throw me off.
His
man.
OPOY
His
is dead.
yes,
They was
his
calling him better than
OPOY
Saquon.
chance is
Still
definitely
might be.
dead.
No, he's talking about the year.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got JSN. I think between him and Puka, it's really close. I think the big playability you got from JSN, 16 catches of 20 plus yards, was the most in the NFL this season. Joel mentioned some of this stuff. Targets between Puka and JSN, they were within 3 targets of each other, but Puka did play in one less game. Stylistically, they're 2 very different players because it feels like even though they were only a few targets off, it feels like everything runs through Puka. While with JSN, it feels like a lot of explosive play, especially early on in the season where just the receptions, the yards per reception, the targets he was getting compared to his receiving yards just felt ridiculous. And even still, with all the numbers finalized, it's still pretty crazy. He's still over 15 a catch on nearly 1,800 yards is just ridiculous. But the fact that he broke out into this player that he was, I think what a lot of people were expecting him out of college, and then you have some bad coaching and some bad situations. You have receivers in front of you. But this is the dude that he was at Ohio State, and I'm happy that this is the player he is now.
100%, man. JSN was incredible this year. I lean Puka Nacua. I think he missed one less game, and I think that if he plays in it, we're talking about the yards leader, and I think that could be the difference in this one. Missing one less game, being a part of the best offense in football. I still lean with Puka Nacua. I think that just like you mentioned, with Devontae Adams being on this team, the offense ran through Puka Nacua. It was very obvious that it was his receiving core. He is the leader on that receiving core. He's the best player on that receiving core. And coming into this season, not a lot of people believe that Puka Nacua would be the number 1, which to me I thought was crazy, especially after last season. But this year kind of stamped it. Puka Nacua solidified himself as, at a minimum, a top 4 receiver in this league. At the absolute floor, he is top 4. He's that dominant. So I look at him and I think you play that one more game, we're probably talking about the yards leader. But listen, it's going to be a race where my OPOY is Puka Nacua. But JSN being a part of the team that's the number 1 in the division, him being the yards leader, tied in touchdowns, I'm very understanding as to why JSN will win this award.
Defensive player of the year, it's round table Myles
Easily,
Garrett.
no doubt.
Broke the sack record, 23 sacks.
Well, I don't even think that was a fake. People were talking about the last sack. The get off was just so quick. Like they have a still shot of him basically being parallel with the left tackle and no one else has moved. People say like, oh, Joe Burrow just like slid down. I don't think Burrow is just like giving Myles Garrett the sack record. Division rival. I just don't think that's the
Yeah,
case.
he got
be
off
honest.
so fast, bro.
It wasn't the prettiest.
No, but it wasn't like Brett Favre.
5 minutes
Strahan.
left in the fourth. He kind of just was like,
The
was a
get off
competitive
was
game,
crazy.
It was a close game.
It
wasn't
was
like
a
it was
close
a
game.
blowout.
Yeah. I mean, the Browns had a potential game-winning.
No,
drive
if you
at
look
the
at the pass rush snaps, Myles Garrett versus T.J. Watt and Michael Strahan, he
saw
had
that.
less this year.
he did.
He had
Drastically.
He had like 100 less.
Yes, drastically less.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, extra game, but less snaps. So
Yeah, so he deserves Defensive Player of the Year.
it's true.
Still not that impressive in comparison. Like,
And
I
then
don't know. Last 3 weeks.
No, he definitely.
He
for a
gagged
second,
it.
it felt like, is he gonna choke this? But
it felt like he could have got like
less than-
25 at one point, and then
Yeah,
it fell
He
off.
gagged it.
he did have these games where he had like 5 sacks in the game, and then he would disappear. Like
When
that
it got
sometimes,
to this where he went almost 3 games without a sack, there was a part of me that was rooting against him.
But the Steelers game, it was so obvious that Rodgers wanted no part of it.
I agree with that.
His time to throw was like 2.1, something insane. Like Rodgers already gets the ball out quick, but it was the quickest of the season. He's like, I do not want him to break it on me.
But I will say that is a perfect example as to why Miles is
Yeah.
the DPOY.
They lost that game, probably because of that, yeah.
Because Miles, the idea of the record, it ruined their offensive game plan.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I went Ted McMillan. I think he's
Bang!
the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I just
Fuck
feel like
yes.
he's the gold standard of receiver play.
Amen.
Like 1,000 yards receiving, even with the extra game, I still think is the gold standard for a receiver. Jackson Dart was excellent. And if I had to pick between the quarterbacks, it would be Dart over Tyler
You're not a
Shuck.
Shuckster?
I am. I like Tyler Shuck, but I think that Jackson Dart was better against better competition. And I think Tyler Shuck is being propelled by like the winning late against the Titans and who else? Like, some really
Jets.
bad teams.
What are your thoughts
The
on
Jets.
Dart being a running merchant?
Well, he does run a lot.
That's what I picked.
Jackson
Shuckster?
Dart.
I picked Dart.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Dart's
Ted-
numbers were awesome.
Ted McMillan, though, 1,000 playoff team and the
I think
offense
he-
being mid to like actually being passable
Dart
this
was
year.
he's like a minus 185 or something like that. Like he's right there.
I mean, listen, odds favorite, fair.
It's become
that's-
a quarterback award.
Who's my
Ted was
rookie of the
Ted was
year?
the favorite though.
Ted's my rookie of the year.
I like Dart for it, so I picked Dart.
The standard for a quarterback to win the award, offensive rookie of the year, is like so low compared to what a receiver has to do.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think Dart, him coming in late in the year starting, and then him dealing with all those injuries and concussions, but him playing really well. I remember when he played the Eagles and gave them belt. And granted, he is a running merchant, as we like to say, but he is really good running. Like he
Fuck
is
yeah, he
fucking
is.
awesome.
I mean, he
running.
beat the Eagles, he beat the Chargers,
Yeah.
he
He
almost beat the
us.
Broncos.
Bro,
Like,
he be
has some
doing his thing.
impressive
He got
performances.
some
on his
moxie
resume.
to him.
Yeah, it's between those two. I also went with Tet. I feel like he's been the most consistent rookie wide receiver, the best rookie wide receiver, even though Luther Burn been giving him a run for his money the last few weeks. Jackson Dart, though, he's right up there. I honestly thought he missed more games, but he only missed 1 game, right? He
felt
missed
way
the
more.
first couple.
I think he left one game early.
Yeah, I mean, he gets every game is going to the medical tent for something, so he probably missed like a half or something in there. But yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that really ruined his chances was just that Minnesota game, and one game shouldn't decide it, but it wasn't even on Jackson Dart. The game plan was just don't throw the ball. I don't know what the Giants were doing, but he was like 7 for 14 for like 60 yards in that game, or maybe less than that.
Maybe he was hurt.
Maybe he was, but then the next week he goes out there and lights it up. So either way, I think it's between these two guys. Jackson Dart was awesome this year, especially with the expectations and all the injuries that the team sustained. But I think Ted, start to finish, been the best and most consistent rookie.
Defensive rookie of the year, I had Nick Emenwari.
Yeah.
That was mine as well.
First in total pressures amongst all safeties, 6th in defensive stops, 1st in pass breakups. He can play in the box, slot, defensive line, and his ability to be so versatile is why the Seahawks defense is so elite, because they don't have to match base personnel. They can stay in nickel and dime, and he can act as a linebacker or a coverage player. He's amazing. He's an elite player already. But this defensive rookie of the year race was really close. A lot of players were awesome.
Schlesinger.
Yeah, he was a tackling machine.
James Pierce.
James Pierce had 10.5 sacks.
I will say
Abdul
this.
Carter played really well down the stretch.
100%. If Abdul Carter has more playing time, Early on in the
my God.
season, I think he wins the award.
Yeah, there was a lot of great defensive talent in this class.
Turson was awesome. Linebacker from Cleveland.
Yes.
He was really good.
I'm saying his name right. Schlesinger, right?
Yeah,
It looks difficult for me, so I don't try it.
Schlesinger.
Yeah, sure.
Schlesinger.
I just know I'm a fuck up, so I ain't even finna try it.
Say it right now. Schlesinger.
What?
Schlesinger.
Swessinger.
There you go.
Swessinger.
Bang.
Swessinger.
Bang.
Swessinger.
You know English.
That
Even
ain't
though that may
English.
not be.
Yeah, that shit ain't.
The fact that I was just looking at the odds because I thought Eamon Warrior had been the most impressive rookie. Part of it is also like Seattle tax. The defense is so great that he's great individually too, but the players around him are great, so it's kind of easier to see. Schwessinger's minus 650. Like that feels crazy. He's been good. Don't get me wrong.
That he did.
He's been a dog.
You know
He
what's
has
crazy? Jihad was the favorite, and then the Kobe Dean came back, and he stopped playing.
Which is insane to think about.
And the Kobe was so fucking good. People were just like, I get it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. He really just took the
I
award.
wish he was a Bronco.
Who?
Jihad. We
Jihad
sold.
Campbell.
We did it. We
You
always
didn't.
take the criminals.
That's a fact.
Is
Was
Jihad a
Jihad
criminal?
that?
I don't know. His name
Oh.
just
Wow.
Oh wow,
Jesus Christ.
Jihad.
that's profiling.
I can do it. If there's anybody that can do it, I know my people better than
11
anybody.
TFLs for Schlesinger.
Well, so you had Nick Noir too.
Yeah, I think he's been the most impressive rookie.
Minus 650 is a lock at the actually.
Minus 6.
It's
Yeah,
actually
even Warrior
nutty.
is. Well, I just had it was like plus 3,000 or something ridiculous. So I mean, I guess it's. I'm not trying to take anything away from Schlesinger. 156 tackles is 156 tackles. 11 tackles for loss, 9 quarterback hits, 2.5 sacks. I mean, I'm stat watching a fucking off-ball linebacker, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, he's getting for the tackles. But I think when I've been watching this year, Eamon Warrior's been the most impressive rookie. Feels like he's been one of the most impactful rookies, and he's on the best defense. So
Yeah, comeback player of the year. I had Christian McCaffrey.
Easily.
100%. Dak Prescott, some love, but it's his award.
Protector of the year. I had Joe Tooney.
What?
I forgot protector of the award.
No Garrett Bowles.
Forgot about that.
No.
Lane Johnson.
Armand Membu.
I just think we had the best offensive line in football. I just think that
I forgot
it's
about
him or
that
Quinn
shit.
Miners. I just don't think they'd give it to a guard. But shout out to Tooney. I just think Garrett Bowles has been flawless this year.
Lane Johnson. Always, every year.
If he played more, maybe. But
I forgot it was an award for that now.
I do strongly believe that Garrett Bowles should win the award, though. I mean, as good as it gets for a left tackle this season, nope. Did not allow a sack this season. He was incredible all year long. But Tooney, I mean, so many great offensive linemen in this league now.
And then coach of the year.
Mike McDonald.
Great name.
I'm going with Kyle Shanahan.
I'm cool with either.
Even though he is in 6th?
I would have picked Shanahan if he won the
They
division.
won 12 games with all the injuries they had.
Light schedule. We knew it. We fake knew. Like, we fake knew.
Well, I had them win the division, so
Yeah. I feel like whoever won it was going to get it from me. And
Stop scratching.
Seattle won it.
in my face.
White boy.
I would go.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
It just looks like you have a hive, so
Oh.
I would stop.
Thanks.
Pussy boy.
Listen, I'm still gonna stay consistent. My coach of the year is Ben Johnson. What a job he did this year in Chicago.
It's awesome.
The expectation to be last place, to being second in the conference. You can't say enough about the job he did. Overly impressive. I can do nothing but sing his praises.
First in the division, man.
I will say Sean Payton needs more love in this conversation.
Number one. That's a lot of guys.
Best record in the league.
Yeah.
Number 1 seed in the AFC.
He's not top 5, bro.
But I can't get the logic.
Why is he
Mike
not?
We're the
Donald,
best team
Mike
in the
Vrabel.
league.
Why is Vrabel over?
Like, why Vrabel
Shane
is over
Sean?
us? Because, again, expectation. That's what it's narrative. Like, coach of the year is more narrative than it is actual results.
Sneaky D'Amico.
Liam Cohen,
Liam Cohen, fair.
Ben Johnson.
I said Ben Johnson. That's my favorite.
There's like 4.
Vrabel over Sean Payton makes me
He's
sick.
definitely top 5.
Sean Payne.
Yeah,
He's tough.
it has to
Depends.
be.
Like I
has to
think
be.
Kyle Shanahan did a more impressive job this year, given the personnel.
They
That
played nothing.
the injuries.
They played no one.
they did play people.
Who?
They played the Seahawks and they beat
have
them.
to.
They played the
Lost.
Rams.
One.
They played a depleted Rams team and they
They
beat
have
them.
to.
That
One
was
and
also the
one.
healthiest the Seahawks were all year. Beginning of the season, granted, but they're still a tough opponent.
1-1.
Yeah, but
against both these teams.
Those are elite level teams, though.
in
I mean, Denver
division.
plays some teams.
Yeah, played Philly.
They played the Chargers.
And the unit
Houston.
that Sean Payne coaches was not a top half unit for most of the season.
Second half, we locked in.
Like Kyle Shanahan coached up his side of the ball at an elite level, whether it was Mac Jones or whether it was Brock Purdy.
See, but again, but like
Mac was
Campbell will get credit for hiring Aaron Glenn. Will get credit for hiring Ben Johnson. You're the best coach on the best team in the division. You win Coach of the Year. We don't give credit for Sean Payton bringing back Vance Joseph into the building. Joseph coming.
Who was going to snipe him away?
Vance Joseph is going to get a head coaching opportunity this season.
But he's been there for multiple years.
Exactly,
now.
but he took because Sean Payton brought him back in.
But what does that have to do with this season individually, though?
The defense has been the best in football, arguably.
It was better last year.
No, not really.
I think it was better last year.
Only thing it did better was turn the ball over.
Yeah. I mean, I think the secondary is better last year. PS2 is
It's the same. It's actually the
healthier.
same, except I would argue Hufanga makes us better this year.
I don't know.
Hufanga has been.
No, individually, Hufanga has been great, but the defense last year, I think, has objectively been better than this year.
Not really, though.
It's not. I just think it's when I'm watching them play.
Okay.
Even if
Nick Bonito was better this season.
By far.
Zach Allen, although last few weeks, Nick Bonito has not been what he was early on in the season.
Yeah.
He was objectively better this year than last year.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Dre Greenlaw, when he's been on the field, obvious.
He missed the last 2 weeks, right?
He did. The hamstring fucked him up. Hufanga has been an immediate impact player. Brandon Jones is better this year than he was last year. We saw a lot less PJ Locke this year, which is a good thing. This defense is objectively better than last year.
I think y'all missing PS2 for some time. Also dropped your defensive numbers, you know?
And even still, when he's on the field, he's still the best corner in football comfortably.
Just what separates these coaches, though, is like maybe a win or two. Like
With the best record in football.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tied with the Seahawks.
Oh, you're saying, I'm sorry, apologize.
It's tied with, so, Mike McDonald, his defense, he coached up his defense to be elite.
I'm also going to be transparent. If your coach of the year is McDonald, shake your hand. Good point.
Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence played like a top 3 quarterback on a stretch.
If your
Great
coach of the
offense.
year is Liam Cohen, good point. It's statements like this that Sean Payton are in top 5, which make no sense to me.
Well,
you're the head coach on the best team in the division, in the conference.
4 to you.
At minimum, at
fair.
floor.
I'm with that.
I mean,
If Vrabel's over him, it's narrative driven.
so
Vrabel
the three,
doesn't have a better
are
case than D'Amico.
Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen,
Good
Mike
cook.
McDonald.
He doesn't have a better
Right?
case than D'Amico.
Mike Vrabel took a 4-win team to a 13-win team.
They did get
Drake
a new quarterback.
May.
The
Drake
reason I think
May.
when you're making the argument about Sean Payne, I'm making the same argument with Mike Vrabel. Like he's not. This isn't the offense. This is Josh McDaniels and Drake May became an MVP.
Yeah, but both units for the Patriots, statistically, they're top 10 units. They're top 10 in points scored and top 10
New
in
England's
points
not-
allowed.
Well,
Top 10. Yeah,
we
come
know that
on.
it's not top 10 defense. It's just
Yeah.
the schedule has been
Yeah,
very light.
of course, but still, like they went from 4 wins to 13 wins.
He
That's
deserves
a
consideration. I'm not sitting
that's
here
a
lying to you.
We
gargantuan
went from
leap.
10 wins to number
one,
one
yeah, number one
seed.
matters.
They went from a 10-win improvement.
Well, I mean, they can't win 10 more games. They can't win 20
No,
games.
they can't. But I'm saying it was a 10-win improvement, and the difference between the Broncos and the Patriots was decided by one game. It was 14
So wait,
wins
but,
versus
but
13 wins.
if we're being
We also played tougher comp.
if we're being
Like Mike Vrabel right now is like the clear-cut favorite.
What did
And
Vrabel-
we
according
played
to
way better comp than they
Polymarket.
did.
what's the real jump in New England? It's not really Vrabel, it's Drake May.
Vrabel plays
it's-
a part for sure.
He plays a big part. in
Not
it.
to a point where you put him in like ahead of Sean Payton.
That's why I don't know. Vrabel feels like this
I
is
don't
a
know, man.
preseason pick that the public's just saying, okay, he's the coach of the year because before the season started, he was the favorite.
I don't know how you
he
can't-
has the story for it.
I don't know how you can't give Vrabel credit when if you're
He
using
deserves
an
give him
argument.
credit.
There's a lot of
There's
coaches that
just
get
at
credit.
least 3 guys I'm
But I'm
taking
saying
over him.
if
Maybe
you're
4.
making an argument for Sean Payne getting Vance Joseph, he brought Josh McDaniels back, and Josh
That's
McDaniels'
huge.
scheme is a big reason
That's
why the
huge.
Patriots offense was elite and Drake May was able to be an MVP level candidate this year.
100% huge move.
And Mike Vrabel, like whether New England or whether he was in Tennessee, we saw what he could do.
Yeah,
We
but
saw how
Ryan
he can
Tannehill,
uplift the
Derrick
team.
Henry.
I'm not saying that Mike Vrabel is
He's a good
even
coach.
an average coach. I'm not even saying like he is objectively a good coach. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is exactly what Dells is trying to reemphasize with what I'm saying. It's not that their defense was the main reason they were successful.
So Mike Vrabel's knock is that he didn't coach a unit.
No, Mike Vrabel's knock is that he's not the number 1 seed. He did not play as tough comp as the Denver Broncos.
He's number 2 seed.
And we played better comp and had the better record. We were the better team.
Against teams that were common, you guys weren't as dominant as them. You barely beat the Jets, and Drake May threw 5 touchdowns against the Jets.
It was overseas game. I don't really care about that game.
I don't care who beats the Jets.
We went against the Packers, who are objectively a gajillion times better, and it was one of the best performances against the Packers
And the Ravens
this season.
beat the Packers, and the Patriots beat the Ravens.
What? They beat Malik Willis.
Malik Willis was elite that game.
He's not Jordan Love.
But he was flawless in that game.
Stop it.
The defense was
He's
the
not
reason
Jordan
why they
Love, but he's
lost.
not Jordan Love.
Malik Willis was elite in that
He's not
game.
Jordan
He was an
Love.
A+.
He's not Jordan Love.
He
He's
didn't
not
make
Jordan
any
Love.
mistake in that
He's not
game.
Jordan Love.
Are you arguing to argue yes or no?
No, I'm being serious.
How would he answer that truthfully?
I think that you were just propping up Sean Payne because he's your head coach, but you're minimizing
my head coach?
Yes or no?
I'm minimizing who?
You're minimizing what Mike Vrabel did this year.
I'm saying
they went from worst to first,
And
They're
the
second seed in
Broncos-
AFC.
Well, that's the case.
the Broncos were in third to first,
You won 10 games last year,
and we
you
went
won
to
the
the
division.
1 seed.
That's a big
We're
jump.
the best
They're
team in the
big jumps.
They went
conference.
from worst to first. They won 13 games.
It was an
and their
unbelievably
quarterback is an
impressive
MVP.
thing. And
And they had a
Drake
top 10
May-
offense and a defense.
Drake May is incredible.
And if you're using the finding the coordinator for Sean Payne to favor him, although Vance
agree.
Joseph
This
has
is a
been there
great
for
point
multiple
you're
years,
making.
and since Russell Wilson's second year, the second half of the second year, the defense has been really good. Vance Joseph, the most elite part of Denver's team is their defense. Vance Joseph coaches that. So Mike Vrabel gets not because he doesn't coach a certain side of the ball, but yet Kyle Shanahan coaches up his side of the ball significantly better than Sean Payne does, and Kyle Shanahan is not over Sean Payne. Kyle Shanahan
You didn't have Shanahan over Sean?
Kyle Shanahan with all the injuries
What I
he
will
dealt
say
with,
is, yes.
it was more impressive what he did.
Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, come on.
Brock Purdy, come on.
Brock Purdy.
Thank you. Just respect.
Christian McCaffrey.
They
No
won
problem
a
with
game
that.
with
Just
Kendrick
respect,
Bourne having 164 receiving yards.
He was,
the Rams,
he was
too.
wilding. He was wilding.
Nothing but
Jake
amazing.
Tonjes was a breakout player this
If I'm
year.
being honest, Sean Payton, Mike Vrabel, neither of them coach of the year.
No, it's Ben
With
Johnson.
respect, Ben Johnson, I think Mike
Ben
McDonald,
Johnson.
I think those are the two obvious ones.
D'Amico Ryan, we're here.
D'Amico
Ryan's
deserves credit
honorable
for sure,
mention.
too.
I mean, what a job he did.
That's a
The
better
turnaround
case
for
than
that
both of these guys
season.
we talking
I'm
about.
going to be honest with you, Riv. The only one who has a better case is McDonald.
Yeah.
Outside of Ben Johnson, in my
He started
opinion.
0-3.
For the fact that, what is his side? Defensive. And who's the best defense in the league?
You start 0-3,
He
end
was,
up.
he was the coach when he was 0-3, no?
I'm saying, what?
He was the coach when they were 0-3.
Yeah, I'm saying you start 0-3 and then you come back and you're 12-5.
That's impressive.
No, yeah, I think
And then you have
D'Amico
the best
Ryan's
defense in football.
he's a real
That's his
coach of the
group.
year candidate.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that's his group. Like those
He's-
his demons.
yeah.
Those
Yeah,
his
I
dogs. You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Yeah, like that's all I'm saying. Like D'Amico, if he won the division easily, I don't even think it's a conversation. But
I still think McDonald and Ben Johnson are right there with
no,
him.
I don't hate those two. You know, I like both of them.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of coach of the year candidates this year. There's about like 5 to 7, dude, that are really amazing.
Unfortunately,
What
we
a
don't
race
have
this
one.
year was.
Yeah, we're going
Like one of the better,
I
like
just
most
can't believe
obscure
Vrabel's the
award.
favorite.
I am shocked
I
at that.
I can, but he's this heavy favorite.
Is he?
Yeah, according to Polymarket, he's like by far the favorite,
Yeah.
which is what the people have decided. It's not the market. You're not betting against the market on Polymarket. It's just a lot of people have the opinion
270.
that Mike Vrabel is going to win Coach of the Year, but I don't think that he has the best case.
Yeah.
We're going to go on to NFC wildcard predictions. And the first game we'll start off with is the Rams versus the Panthers.
Round table.
Sneaky
And
good game.
Okay.
The
Sneaky good
Rams
game.
have a
I hope not for the
83%
Rams' sake.
chance to win this game.
Sneaky good game because the Panthers, I don't know what goes on, what voodoo magic they do. Good teams, they play good. However, give me the Rams.
Yeah, I think the Rams, I think they kicked their ass, I'm going to be honest.
I hope.
Right.
It'd be a great way to start this ride back to the Super Bowl.
I think the game that they played against the Panthers was very fluky, in my opinion. Matthew Stafford had 3 turnovers. 1 interception was tipped by a defensive lineman. His fault still, because he's the one that threw the ball. And then another interception.
Where does this?
How do you get blamed for a tip?
It was at the defense. It was at the defensive line. You know,
How do you get blamed
maybe
for
in
that,
maybe in
though?
the secondary if it gets tipped and it's like a
Okay.
lot of stuff. You know, but
He is
you know,
short.
at the line of scrimmage, man. That's where you're supposed to be able to find those windows to throw
He
the
got to
ball
jump for them
to
shits,
get past
man. I saw him doing
defenders.
jump passes.
And then the
Threw me
other
off.
interception was to Puka Nacua. Mike Jackson made a tremendous play, and I think it was a pick six too. Matthew Stafford has the most pick sixes, or second most in NFL history, I think, behind
Really?
Brett Favre. Yeah, I think he's behind Brett Favre. And
That's so
No,
funny.
tied for most.
That's so funny.
and then the fumble happened later in the game. I just don't expect Matthew Stafford to turn over the ball. If you watch that matchup, the Rams were able to move the ball with ease. They just got a lot of unlucky turnovers that went against them. But in this matchup, I expect the Rams to take care of the football, play lights out against this defense, and I expect this Rams defense to really make Bryce Young uncomfortable. And an underrated aspect about the Panthers and why they have felt like a worse team in recent weeks is that they can't run the football at all. They can't. Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard really have brought no juice to the running game or in the pass catching department by making defenders miss. So I think the Panthers are just clearly at a disadvantage. Clearly the worst team in the playoffs.
No, it's not even a
Rams,
conversation.
bro.
I'm going to take the Rams comfortably, of course. I think Kyron Williams has a big game. Carolina's rush defense is definitely the weaker of the two. But the Rams need to make a statement, show that there's levels to this, and they go out there and put belt. But it is a road game. Listen, we've seen it. Somebody tweeted the three worst teams to host a playoff game. Seahawks in what is it, 09, 08, whatever it
And they
was,
won.
however long ago that was, and the
beat the
Buccaneers.
Saints.
And they won too. The bad teams have won, but I don't think it's going to be the case this time.
No.
The Rams, or excuse me, the Panthers can't run the ball all of a sudden. I mean, 19 yards against the Bucks, even a couple years.
I think the Bucks got spanked by Dallas. There was one other team that I'm thinking of that I'm.
There was, yeah, I saw the tweet too. I can't remember who the teams were. But yeah, I mean, the last 2 weeks, the Rams have turned the ball over 5 times on offense. Of course, they lost last week and still won the division, which is pretty funny.
Actually, I
But
think
they
it was
just haven't
Carson
been able to run the ball. And like, this is, if there was a way for the Panthers to win, it would be to keep away from the offense. But the Rams rushing defense has been so great this season, even though a few weeks back, Panthers ran over 160 yards against them. I don't think that's going to be the case this week. Rico and Chuba just have not had that same type of burst or explosiveness that we saw earlier in the year. So yeah, I mean, what was it, 83% on Polymarket, 87%,
83%.
83. I mean, I think the people are right. This would be one of the biggest upsets we've seen in the first round.
So this was the tweet. Shout out to Carson. Love you, baby.
That was Carson.
He said, worst point differential by a playoff team since the merger. Number one, the 2010 Seahawks at -97. The Broncos 2011 -81. 04 Rams -73. 2025 Panthers -69. The bottom three all won a playoff game.
That's funny as shit.
We beat the Steelers. Seahawks beat the Saints and Rams. I could not tell you
What
who
year?
they beat. 04. 04. The only thing I know about that playoff was Colts lost to the Patriots 20-3. Patriots went to the Super Bowl, and the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. I think they beat the Falcons. I think so.
I don't know. I was barely conscious. It was like 7.
I think this is an easy Rams win.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Next wild card matchup,
Right.
the Packers versus the Bears. Now, at the time of this recording right now, this is an even split. This is Packers 50%, Bears 50%.
I want the
This
Packers
is a
to win.
game that the public is split on. They don't know who's going to win.
I want a home game again in the second round.
But I think that the Packers are winning this. I think the Packers have outplayed the Bears in both matchups. The Bears
It's funny
won
about
the second
outplaying
matchup.
somebody, you just don't win.
Yeah, you don't win.
They
but
outplayed them for sure.
You look at
To outplay somebody, you have to win.
Fair point.
No, you could
You do.
outplay somebody.
I think
and lose
eventually,
to them.
like at some point,
The Colts outplayed the Rams, and the Rams beat them.
sounds like you did not play him.
But they did.
You look at the yards totals. The Packers had more yards than the Bears. The Bears had less than 250 total yards on the day, even without Micah Parsons, which that's the big story, right? That the Packers don't have Micah Parsons. The Packers defense was able to neutralize Chicago's offense. And really until the onside kick recovery, Chicago couldn't do anything offensively. So I trust Jeff Hafley to scheme up something well. And week 18 gave me some hope for this defense with those young guys coming in, some rookie edge rushers, Baron Sorrell and Colin, I'm forgetting his last name. They were awesome. They brought some real juice to the defensive line. And I think that if they showed anything in week 18 they could translate into the wild card, that's going to be a huge boost for the pass rush. And Trayvon Diggs played really well. And Trayvon Diggs adds a body to the secondary, especially in this scheme, being a zone corner, having eyes on the quarterback, not having to follow receivers. I trust him more in that type of environment with not as much pressure on him. But this is about Jordan Love being healthy. The Packers have been playing for this matchup for 2 weeks now. They have been resting their starters. They have been making sure that they're 100% healthy as they can possibly be heading into the NFL playoffs. And Green Bay is going to win this matchup, and they're going to move on in the playoffs.
I got no notes.
You saw a couple Packers players was like they want to play Chicago or Philly.
They want to play both. I mean, we want to beat both.
I definitely don't think Joel feels that way in his heart. However, I'm with him. I think Green Bay goes out there and plays one of their best games.
I do want Green Bay to win for sure.
I know you want to see them, and I get it. I wouldn't want to see the Bears after what they did to you guys.
I just don't want to play on the road. We're undefeated at home.
Playoffs. It's one of the best home field advantages that there is.
CJ Gardner-Johnson might not play.
That's why I wish we got the second team. You know?
I got hurt on week 18.
I got hurt towards the end of the game, too.
I do think we see something relative to what we saw the first time with Jordan Love and Christian Watson. Christian Watson has been amazing this season. I mean, one of my favorite stories has been watching him get back to 100% and just be an immediate impact player. I'm hopeful Jordan Love is at 100%. Like you mentioned, Joel, they've been planning for him to come back. And he said that he was actually felt confident, good enough to go out there versus Baltimore. But they wanted to hold him, give him one more game. And Malik went out there and he played a pretty amazing game. This Packers offense has been one of the most efficient offenses all season long. And that's been without Josh Jacobs really being the main guy like we saw last year. It's really been the passing offense that has elevated him this way. And it's been between the connection that we've seen from Jordan Love to Christian Watson. I think that's the difference in this game. I do expect the Bears to come out and put together a dominant showing on the ground because that's what they've shown. But last 2 times they matched up, Green Bay did a really strong job of limiting the run by Chicago, which not many teams have been able to do because that Chicago run offense is really, really great. But I do think Chicago's road ends here. I'm going Green Bay.
Hey,
who you got, Riff?
Chips on the table, huh? Chips on the fucking table. Honestly, this is great for the sport. Chicago, Green Bay, one of the most, old school, stories in NFL history. One of the greatest rivalries in NFL history. As old as, Martin Luther King for real. Like this rivalry goes way back.
The last time the Packers won a Super Bowl, they beat Chicago in the playoffs. And Chicago,
you're still holding on.
Chicago actually won the NFC North that
year. There you go.
Too.
You're still holding on to that dream. You'll wake up eventually. But, this is a great one. I am rooting my ass off in a hateful manner for Green Bay. I am. First, obviously, we got to handle business, but I'm definitely rooting for Green Bay. I think Chicago wins this game, though. I think you mentioned it. You feel like Green Bay has outplayed them twice in their first 2 matchups. I'm not going to really push back on that too much, but it's something about a team that's due, Dels. And, one of your favorite lines is a team is due. And why does it feel like Chicago is due to own
back-to-back L's?
Bay? Actually, the last time
they tried really hard to beat the Lions, too.
The last time they won was Chicago.
Say that again?
Who? Green Bay? That's what you just said.
Yeah, and the last time Chicago won was Green Bay.
They lost the last 2 games.
Yeah, so both of them are looking for a W. Those honestly,
If I'm not mistaken,
it's bittersweet.
If the Packers win, they're going to go into Seattle and they're going to play them. 7th versus the 1 seed.
No. I don't think so.
No, that would happen, yeah. Because they're the lowest seed.
Oh, yeah, facts.
If the Bears win, I'm expecting the Rams and the Eagles to win their matchups, which means that the Rams would go to Seattle and the Bears would play the Eagles. If the Packers win, then the Eagles would play the Rams in the first round.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's between playing the Bears or the Rams in the first round. I think for the Eagles, it's pretty comfortably who you want to play.
No.
Who you want to play between the 2.
It has actually nothing to do with who we want to play with either one.
Well, you'd rather play the Bears, right?
No, it's where we want to be.
You would be at home in both.
You'd rather...
No,
actually not.
Chicago would be home.
You'd be at home versus the Rams.
Yes.
You'd rather be on the road in Chicago than home against the Rams?
No, I'd rather be home against the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got Chicago in this game. I think Joel, like you could say Green Bay has outplayed them. The first game came down to the last play. The second game, they walked it off in overtime. Like, if you're outplaying them and it comes down to the last plays on both times, I guess so.
Jordan Love got hurt in that game too.
He did for sure. Malik Willis was also fucking flawless and played probably just as good as Jordan Love.
Well, he missed
have.
a Christian Watson touchdown, so
for sure.
The
Just
Bears
call him
offense
flawless 40 minutes
against the
ago.
Ravens, he was flawless.
The Bears offense also did nothing that whole game until the last 2 drives of the game, which
Sometimes
credit
that's what
gotta
you need.
have
It's
it.
kind of what Chicago's done all year long. They've had, they're averaging 140 rushing yards per game in these 2 games against them. Caleb Williams could get out and get mobile. I liked Chicago. They're ahead of schedule, but they got stuff on both sides of the ball. They're going to turn you over defensively. They're clutch offensively. Caleb Williams can make any throw on the field. He is impossible to sack. You have 2 running backs that you love, a receiving core. I'm not sure what Roma Dunze's status is. Even if he doesn't play, Colston Loveland and Luther Burden have been breaking out these last couple of weeks, so I feel really confident about what this receiver room does. Yeah, Monungai
I
and
love
Swift.
Monungai.
Swift has been fucking awesome this year, dude.
Swift has
been
been
so
one
good.
of the better stories of the
Love
season
Swift.
too.
Yeah, Swift this year on this Bears team, I love him. Yes.
Okay. I'm just
Anything
asking.
beyond that,
I'm
before
asking.
that or after
I'm
that,
asking.
I don't know.
I'm just
right now,
asking.
I love DeAndre
Just
Swift.
asking a question.
So it's gonna be a great
I've
game.
been a Swift truther.
Listen, the first 2 games of Bears Packers have been 2 of the best games of the season. First game, Caleb throws the interception. Second game, he throws the 50-yard bomb touchdown to walk it off. So you've gotten both sides if you've been a Chicago or a Packers fan. So I'm really excited for this game. I got Chicago though.
How confident are you?
I'm pretty confident.
Like, give me a scale, 1 to 10.
70% confident that the Packers win.
1 to 10.
I think the Packers, 7. You could multiply
Do
by
math,
10.
yeah.
I think the Packers are a better football team. I think that
Even without Micah.
even without Micah, even without Tucker Craft. I mean, if we were healthy, we're clearly better. We're the best
Type
team
shit.
in the NFC if we're fully healthy.
Pump the
But
brakes.
We'll find
with
next year,
with
maybe.
the injuries that they have now, they have dropped off to they're a top 8 playoff team right now.
That's
and-
such a drop off.
It is, but
Top
it's
8.
It's
It's not
Michael
even 8
Parsons and
teams in the
Tucker
playoffs.
Craft. It's 14 teams in the playoffs.
Oh, you talk about like in general. Oh, you scared the
Yeah.
fuck out of me. yo.
14 teams in the
I think
playoffs.
It's like we're a playoff team.
Yeah,
We're
like,
one of the
I
playoff
thought you
teams.
just
this
talking about
year.
the NFC.
I did my rankings last night.
Okay.
So, you lose 2 All-Pros is going to make a difference, and Elton Jenkins on the offensive line,
How
and
about you share
Devontae
your
Wyatt.
list?
Yeah, I want to hear. Who are you better than? Can I just name a team you tell me you're better than?
Well,
Yeah.
I want to hear
Just NFC?
What's your list
In the league.
I just want to know your list.
My list is number 1 is Seattle. Number 2 is LA. Number 3 is Jacksonville. Number 4 is Philadelphia.
Mhm.
Number 5 is Denver. Number 6 is the Houston Texans. Number 7 is the LA Chargers. Number
that's where
8
you
is the Green Bay
slotted.
Packers. Number 9 is the Bears. Number 10 is the
It's not a
49ers.
terrible list. Honestly.
No. I
Where's
think
the Patriots? You didn't even name
Oh,
them.
my bad. The Patriots would be number 6 or 7.
I think I would have Denver 1 spot ahead of Philly, but I like the rest.
Man, it's just the talent with Philly, I think, is better, but they have a clear coaching problem, which I don't know
Thank
if
God he gets
it's
fired
going
this
to be,
year.
if that's
Actually,
going
we win.
to
I
hinder
was
them.
going to say, are you in for a loss?
Oh, fuck. Nah, he has to go no matter what happens.
But yeah, in the NFC, I think Green Bay is better than San Fran. They're better than Chicago.
San Fran
And
owns
then
you guys.
Seattle and the Rams and Philadelphia, those are the teams that they'll have to punch above their weight to beat them, but I think they can still beat them. Yeah, I do. I think they can. Yeah. Baron Sorrell, Colin Oliver. Some young studs you got to watch out for. Wild card.
Does it ever get old? Like, does it ever get to a point where it's just like chalk the season up?
No, it's not over.
Okay.
It's over for,
Other teams.
it's not over for some teams.
I get it. I know what
As,
you're
as
about
long
to
as
say.
you got a chance, you're in it.
You're alive.
Yeah, as long, and that's what I had to learn as a fan of a team that has not been in the playoffs. I've kind of just been like, it's over. You just kind of tap out at some
You
point.
do like week 5 type
But
shit.
when
Like,
you are
feel me?
when you actually make the dance, you can never just say I give up
7 seed,
because
you're in.
it. And if you're in it, you got a chance.
You are the 7th
By the
seed. You're
skin of
in.
your
Exactly.
teeth.
Skin of your fucking
Skin of your
teeth.
And the Packers are still the only 7-seed team to win a playoff.
It actually took a Detroit choking to get that 7th
Do you want a
seed.
Super Bowl? You said?
No, 7th seed to win a playoff game.
Oh, yeah, okay, because the 7 seed hasn't been around.
Yeah.
Right, my bad.
So that's why
It's like
you know,
SGA being the only player to win the scoring title, Magic Johnson
in
award.
season MVP or
Type shit.
the Packers.
Yo,
the
you said
injuries
y'all
have
winning the
fucked them.
Super Bowl, so it's now or never.
I mean, they could win it next year too.
No, I know you've said it 3
It's
years in a
just
row.
they're-
you could say it every single year.
I mean, Tucker Craft and Micah not being there is so
You
huge.
Brother, you're going into this game knowing they're not going to be there. They're not going to suit up on Sunday.
No, I think they can win this game, but we're talking about Super Bowl. I still think they can make a run. Yeah,
So then stop with the excuses.
because the Rams, I'm
fucking
not.
side.
Their defense, the Packers can score on that defense. The Eagles, I trust Jordan Love against that defense.
Why? There's nothing that should make you believe that.
Because
That's
I
a
trust
bad statement.
I trust Jordan Love against that
That's
defense.
horrible
That's
statement.
the
Doesn't
worst
matter.
statement you've said all year.
At some point, he's going to figure it out. And I know he's
No,
going to
it's
figure it out in the
actually not.
playoffs.
We got, you know what?
Talk about can't trust Lamar in a big game.
Go
Trust
be
your
Actually,
fucking
Seattle
guy.
is tough, going on the road and beating
Yo.
them. But if Darnold could throw us a couple turnovers, we'll be in good shape.
This guy, Darnold.
So it just depends. I just think the path for the Packers is there.
It'd be embarrassing if we don't win a game.
Would it be? Because we kind of expect it.
And you are predicting them not to
Considering
win.
preseason expectations,
Them shits
considering
always
his
die.
expectations,
Them shits die in the
it'd be
NFC.
embarrassing.
But with no Micah, no Tucker Craft, they should win this playoff game. They will. Come on.
Bro,
They're
his
the better team.
preseason takes in the
This
NFC.
is definitely this game. I don't know if this game is one or Bills Jacks. This game might be one. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this one.
I'm gonna be
Oh my
honest.
god,
Easily one.
This one, it's
I'm
definitely up
ready.
there.
I'm hate watching.
bro, popcorn on the side. Like, I'm talking about if I got my son, I gotta put him to sleep.
I'm throwing my cheese head on type shit.
I'm giving him mad melatonin. No, he has to go to sleep. Like, I don't care about nothing.
This is 8 o'clock Saturday.
This is 8 p.m. Sunday night.
7:30 bedtime.
No, 8 p.m. I thought Pat's is 8 p.m. Sunday. That's is it Saturday?
Well, let me see. It's the 10th. So it's Saturday, yeah.
8 p.m. Saturday. Word.
Yeah.
7:30
Saturday night
bedtime.
game.
Yeah,
Hey, man, that's what
I'm
we live
excited,
for.
bro.
We live for moments like this.
We're going live after that game.
Sure.
we have to.
Yeah. They're a great victory. Last game in the NFC, 49ers versus Eagles. The Eagles have a 67% chance to win according to Poly Market. I feel like they probably should be more favored than this. I think the Niners have no chance. I'll be honest. I think they have no chance.
Yeah, I mean, no chance is harsh, but it's kind of the truth. They're just so banged up. It's a really tough matchup. You're going across the country on the road,
They are sick about it too.
playing one of the top defenses
And
in
it's
football.
cold as fuck up here.
I would be if Philly was playing just about. I shouldn't say any other team, but basically every other team except Carolina. I would have some real concerns. I don't know, going up against Seattle has a bye, but whether it's the Rams or even the Bears,
It's really
who
just
gave
the
them-
Rams, Seattle, and the Bears. We
Yeah.
don't have to talk about anybody else.
I guess the Packers. I would take.
What if the Eagles were trolling all regular
That'd
season
be funny as
long
fuck.
just to be like,
We got this trick up our
we
sleeve.
fucking
We'll just
got
say
y'all.
Niners defense sucks.
Yeah,
Which is why
Philly
I'm
should take care of
actually
business
fully
here.
expecting Saquon to be otherworldly.
You haven't watched this. I'm expecting Petula to pass the ball all game. He's an idiot.
If he passes,
And running shotgun.
if they pass the ball more than 30 times,
They will.
I'm gonna be upset.
They're going to run it in shotgun. We're going to do it. We're going to lose yards. Then we're going to pass it. Then it's going to be same hit.
Cam
trial.
Jurgens, Pro Bowl again.
He sucks.
Pro Bowl again.
The backup is better than him.
Can you believe that shit?
Pro Bowl sucks.
It's just Eagles offensive line tax. He's not a Pro Bowl level player.
He's not even good.
He's serviceable, but he's not anything special.
He's not even serviceable. He's tainting us.
I think you're being harsh.
Oh my
Tainting us.
God, he's so bad.
To be fair, a lot of the offensive linemen on the Eagles have dropping off. Like Cam Jurgens he's average. Landon Dickerson has been rough this year.
He
has
gets a
not
pass
been
because
so
he's,
hurt.
he gets a pass. He's been hurt all year.
Jordan
Yeah.
Mailata has not been the stonewall he was
No,
last year.
he's still great though.
And then the right guard, they have,
I'll tell you
that's
one
their
guy.
weakest position.
One guy whose dick is just
It's massive.
Lane fucking Johnson when he plays, man. I love him. He should never retire
First ballot,
easily. Although I don't know.
100%.
I don't know how it works for offensive linemen
they'll get in.
because they don't like.
Oh,
what do
he's
they
first
do?
ballot.
You know what I'm saying? They don't get like awards and shit. You know.
But
So-
they recognize the real.
Yeah, he gets in. Baldy gets in for sure. Yeah, I'm not. This is like I'm not worried.
Lane's getting up there.
He's 36. He's up there.
Tackles can play for a while, but 36 is still up there even for a tackle.
I'm not
How old's
worried.
Trent? 30, 39?
36.
Almost 40.
37.
Yeah, right.
I'm not worried about this game, man. Love Purdy. Hope he plays well, but for the most part,
If Purdy plays well, hats off.
yeah, like
I'd be impressed.
Jalen Phillips. First of all, this defense is peaking.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important part of this team. The defense is peaking at the right time.
Scaring me.
Well,
Yeah,
Purdy's
just-
playing a little bit hurt too.
I know. He's
Is
been
Philly
hurt.
sleeping giant?
It's genuinely scaring me.
Or are they not sleeping giant to the champs?
First of all, the defense
No.
will do
terrifying.
whatever the defense wants to do to anybody.
Yeah.
It's if them bitches on the other side, them bands, wake the fuck up.
Them
And
bands.
once they wake the fuck up, then it gets spooky. Listen, if Drew says that and it happens, we're going to the bowl. We're gonna win the fucking bowl.
Dude, there's a part of me that wants it. Like, I want it.
Like they just decided to pull out every trick in the book. Like, yo, we really had this in the bag. We're just trolling all year.
Kevin Petula's playing with his job the entire
Dog,
season.
I would love it, but I don't know, bro. It's hilarious.
Listen,
but
we all know I want the Broncos to win the whole thing easily. Duh. Let's have it. Let's have it happen. I want the Rams. Eagles number 3, easily.
If the offense wake up, I'll be honest, nobody in the NFC can fuck with us.
If the offense wakes up, nobody in the
We've
league.
been saying this
Yeah.
in September.
Yeah, no, like respectfully. So it's like, but I hope we win. I know we win. And I can't wait to see either them or the Rams. I really want one of those.
Yeah,
two.
second round is when things are really going to.
If your defense goes out there and just absolutely shuts shit down, I'm terrified.
They're capable.
You should. I mean, look
Shut
what,
shit down.
what Seattle just did to the 49ers.
Division game.
Division game,
Why
sure,
do you think
but
we can't shut
No,
shit
but
down?
the Niners' offensive
CMC
line
is
is
so
not
dog.
good.
He's
yeah,
so
Trent
dog.
Williams. Is Trent playing in this game? Do we know?
We should have James
Hamstring.
come down though.
Ricky
Hamstring.
Pearsall is hurt.
Yeah,
George
they're
Kittle's
coming into
still
this
with an
game
injury.
so banged up. I mean, listen, if the Niners go out there and they do Niner shit on offense, and
No
they move the ball, I'd
Trent.
be
No
impressed.
Trent. I'm with you.
But
We
yeah,
shut
it's-
James Cook down.
You did.
You did do
You
that.
did.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You did do that.
and we don't got nobody to worry about now.
And the
so
Niners don't have a running game. They haven't had one all year long.
I mean, CMC
But
had his most
CMC, I was
explosive
gonna
run
say,
last week.
The last few weeks, CMC's been one of the best versions of themselves on the ground.
He's just I mean, it's a lot of volume for CMC.
Hey,
He averaged 3.9 carry this season.
just don't fucking lose. That's really it.
No.
Don't fucking lose.
No way. No way.
I said that in the Denver game. I said that in what was the other game we
5
fucking
losses?
choked? All the games we choked, I said that.
Giants?
No way. No, I knew he was.
The
Once
Chargers
the first
game,
half, I
Herbert
said
showed
so.
out for real.
Who?
Herbert showed
You
out.
really gotta watch that game again.
I'd have.
No,
Herbert
truly,
shut out.
truly watch that game again.
He did get like 5 extra possessions because the team just took the ball
God,
away.
we turned the ball like twice in under the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
He was
You've
gonna
gone
score.
back to watch that Jaguars game, 2022, was it?
Something like that.
Yeah, 22.
Go back and watch. It's not good.
You know, the Chargers sucked.
He wasn't great.
I don't know, man. I think Herbert's ready this year.
Okay,
That's all I
Is
know.
Jordan Love ready?
Yeah, he's
I'm-
been ready.
I'm just saying, multiple red zone opportunities.
I wish they were playing us.
Zero
I really
tugs.
do.
Dude.
They shut him down.
Jordan Love can have a good game.
Yes.
What type of question is that?
It's a
He has
genuine
one good
question.
playoff game.
That is a crazy question.
He has legitimately one good playoff game.
Like, you trust them in the playoffs with anybody
How?
because he's
It's
Jordan
blind
Love.
faith.
You're making things up.
No,
Blind
he
faith.
plays
What
well.
you have respect?
all
How
the
many
time.
times?
Who's your favorite player?
All the
Blind
time?
faith.
He's played well in 2 of the 3 playoff games.
You're
he's had.
lying.
One of the 3.
He played well against the Niners.
I knew he was going to say
I
that
knew he was
bullshit,
too.
bro.
Like, I hate
was
when y'all say he didn't play
okay.
well. He played well against
He
them.
okay.
was fucking ass in the second half.
He was a 10 out of 10 for 3 quarters.
2.5.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
2.5.
10 out of 10.
2.5.
10 out of 10.
For 2.5 quarters, he was a
amazing.
10 out of 10. For the last 3, from the third halfway point of the third quarter to the very end of the game, putrid garbage.
Shouldn't have been
It's
out
not
there.
like then he led the team to field goal position, and then Carlson missed a field goal.
Nigga threw a crossbody interception. What are we doing? Like he threw like a crossbody interception, like he was cool.
To
It
this
was
day,
raining.
So why'd he throw it?
why did he throw? To this day, it is
That
one
doesn't
of,
help
if
you.
not the worst pass I've seen.
Yo, it is. He did it against what he did against the Panthers. In the regular season, did it, bro. He's
No,
yo,
that
bro.
was a different play. That was a
Oh,
different play.
and then what he do against
That
Philly?
wasn't a
The
bad
little dumbass bullshit, bro. He be
Against Philly earlier
trolling,
in
bro.
the year, multiple drop passes by receivers.
They're not good.
They
What
are
do you want me
good.
to tell you?
They are good.
They're not
They
good.
are good.
You don't. They're not good.
They are good.
I'm sorry. You don't play when your team plays us. People don't become good.
You
I'm
lose
sorry.
like 10 attributes. from
Literally,
Philly.
everybody.
Just
He was
across
wrong. Like,
the
I want
board.
to
They are
defend
good.
you here.
Minus
They
the negative
minus
Gatorade.
15,
Yeah.
route
I
running
want to.
drops, deep route running drops 10,
Jordan
short
Love-
medium,
drops like 30.
catching drops like it gets bad.
Jordan
You're
Love-
getting
Carrying
scared.
drops 50.
Yo,
Easily 250, multiple tugs. He's gonna get it done.
250.
Against
I
the
can see
Bears,
250.
yes.
I can see 250.
Like, he's gonna get it done. It's as simple as that.
And then you got to go play who? Seattle.
It don't matter.
Bears win. I post
Really
myself in
don't
my
matter.
Panthers jersey. I've always
It's a
been
win-win.
here.
That's pulling some strings
No,
right
I'm
there.
going Packers all day.
But you love Sam. So I know it's
Seahawks
gonna hurt.
road.
Sam
can
throw a
end.
pick. I know you're gonna be saying like, "Fuck, we good though." Fuck.
Sam Darnold throws a pick. I'll be ecstatic against the Packers. Anybody else, I'll probably be a little bit down about it.
You definitely gonna sit there like, "Damn, it's alright though." But damn,
Nah. Against the Packers, I really don't care. I want him to have the worst game of his season.
I respect that. He's due for it.
I mean, he has
It's the
20
playoffs.
turnovers on a year.
I know.
It's not great.
But against anybody else but the Packers, I trust him.
You guys aren't that good.
All right.
You're a 7 seed for a reason.
That's because of injuries.
I got 9 wins.
And they blatantly let go of the last 2 games of the season. They just didn't want to win it. They said, "Here, we don't want to win these
because you don't want to get a higher seed." That sounds like
no, because they said
move.
we want to play Chicago first round. We
They
know
actually,
we could beat
they
them.
actually said Chicago or Philly. I think you really didn't want to play Philly.
It's just Chicago because they beat you guys, had the tiebreaker.
9-7.
Do you guys have you guys sat and thought about how like Chicago actively was trying to beat the Lions and couldn't?
Happens.
Yeah,
I just thought that was funny.
bunch of bands over there in Green Bay. Bunch of
We
bands.
just signed an all-pro corner to the team. So.
Who?
Jesus.
Trayvon Diggs.
That nigga's a band too.
Can I be honest? I really want him in Denver. Like
Did you?
I really want
But
him.
he'd be
in
like your
Denver.
third, fourth, right?
He probably
fifth?
would be number 2 off rip.
Over Riley.
Trayvon Diggs is not a bum.
Like, where else are you going to
alright.
find an all-pro level corner in January?
I'm going to be
join your
honest with
team?
you. It was such an easy decision.
This is giving me former first
When
round
the
pick
last time he's been all
vibes.
pro?
I'm be honest. I really want him to, so I'm not going to take. I'm
But
not
all
gonna
pro?
I'm gonna be
All
honest.
pro is
I'd be saying the
fucking
same
nuts.
shit. I'd be saying this. You'd be saying the same shit if you went to the Ravens.
No. No.
Yeah.
It's like when they signed
lying.
fucking DeAndre Hopkins. Oh my God.
That's so different.
Hopkins is like 36.
Dude, Diggs is not an all
Diggs feels like 36.
He's at least solid.
Nah, he's
Yes.
Pro Bowler. He should have
He's
Pro Bowler.
average at
All
best.
pro,
at
you
this point,
win
dude.
nutty with all pro. He's solid.
He's at least solid in a team in the Packers that need to turn over the ball, getting one of the most turnover-heavy
How many
players
interceptions does he have
in
in a year?
Great
football.
question, dude.
That's fine.
If I had
though.
to guess, 2.
2?
This
I feel
year,
like
I don't think he has any.
0.
I don't think he doesn't have
I
any.
should have said 0.
But he'll get his first one in the playoffs.
He
when it
does have
matters.
0.
Yeah, he doesn't have any.
9 games.
He's been-
As a matter of fact, he hasn't had an interception in 3 years.
They
No,
don't-
I lied.
So he had 2 in
I lied.
24.
It's all the same year.
They don't throw his way, man.
He had 2 last year, 2 in 2024.
He had the crazy year in 2021. He hasn't more than 3
That's what you
picks
want.
since.
You want a shutdown guy. They don't throw his way. no
Shut
more.
down guy.
They don't
Okay.
throw
They
his
actually
way no
throw
more,
to
man.
him because he is not shut down. Takes a lot of gambles. Hey, listen, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Good
if
luck
the
in the playoffs.
Packers win a playoff game with all the injuries they've had this year,
Drew, good luck in the playoffs.
I appreciate that, bro.
Good luck,
amazing.
fellas. Good luck. Good luck.
Yo, good luck.
Good luck. Good looking, gang. I got the Bears. I got the
You got
The
what?
Bears?
and I got the
Yo,
Pats.
bro. Nah, we can't have that.
Let's go Chicago.
You said the Packers.
You should have said Jaguars.
Pats.
I'd have gave you that.
And Jags.
I'd have gave you
I
that.
got three teams.
You need to do this.
Jags, Pats, and Bears. Chicago rocks with me, and I rock with them.
That's because you went and you went dick ride mode on
straight
Caleb.
up, Chicago loves Dells.
You dropped the
for
dropped
saying
the
a
video
whole lot of
and
fucking
said
nothing.
in the video. You said
cooked.
nothing in the
I
video. I'm
cooked.
watching this shit and I'm like, yo, what is he like? He didn't say nothing.
What's there to say about Caleb?
No, but
That's
like you
already
really
said.
ain't say shit. You just was like,
What's there to say?
yeah,
Yo,
man.
this
like,
guy knows fucking football, man. Like this
you
guy's
didn't
just
say
saying
anything.
shit
You didn't
that,
drop a
that
stat,
normal
a number.
media is just not
Like,
saying,
you
bro.
just
Just
said,
like
get
you
off
just
his
gotta
dick.
go
You
into
basically
the
just was
podium
like,
and just
get off Caleb dick.
Nah, for real. Like he
That's
just some
crazy.
quarterbacks
That's
got it,
crazy,
some
bro.
others don't. Just
That's
he
aura.
just says all the right things.
That's aura.
That's a
That's aura.
franchise
That's aura,
quarterback.
bro.
Just for that alone, like
You
fuck
said
the
nothing
arm,
and
fuck
that's
the
aura, bro.
ability to get outside the
Special.
pocket. No, bro. He can speak in a fucking presser. Franchise.
Yeah, you said
franchise.
the presser
That's
shit
what
fried
that's
me.
what you wanted a franchise quarterback.
The presser shit fried me. I'm like, bro, come on.
Nah, he went to
That
school.
was like the first thing
he went
you
to
said.
class. He really studied and practiced his diction. Nah, franchise.
Special. The guy's special, man.
He better hoop. He better
Special.
hoop. He better hoop.
Chicago, we're here.
Oh
is
man,
nuts.
I think that's gonna do it for this episode of the Pick a Side podcast. We'll talk NBA next episode. We're gonna get out of here, man. It's late.
Shout out
yeah.
to you because Alexander's stressing right now.
You guys can follow us on Facebook at Pick a Side Podcast, on Instagram and TikTok at Pick a Side Podcast, on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod. Thank you for watching. We'll notify you about the merch drop coming soon.
Coming soon.
Soon.
We'll see you guys next time.